What's going on, LFG fam? Welcome back to another episode of the LFG Podcast, your favorite podcast for anything and everything in pop culture. As always, it's the boys, Jet, John, Cody, and J-Mag. Boys
Pod.
Boys pod.
Make sure he's not in trouble.
Every time after the pod, boys pod. Huh?
Boys pod.
But now we got a great show for you guys. There's actually, for a first time in a couple weeks, a lot of stuff happened in the pop culture space. Thunderbolts dropped. We talked about that last week. I'll talk about it quite a bit on here. Maybe even get Cody's perspective on the movie. I don't even know.
I got a little something planned for Jet. Just a little something. You know, so he don't even know what's gonna happen right now. So I'm gonna bring that up when we talk about Thunderbolts. Just a little something.
John, did you watch Thunderbolts?
Stay tuned.
Oh, shit. Well,
I
hopefully,
ain't falling for that shit.
Last time it was disappointment.
hopefully we get the boys reviews of Thunderbolts. We're going to talk about Marvel, a little bit of Shogun, a little bit of PlayStation, GTA 6. We got it all covered right here.
Dope.
It's going to be jam-packed. And then we're going to be ranking anime characters aura. We're talking about that word aura a lot on here. We got a lot of characters, so that should be fun. And then we get to the what we watch. What we got packed right there? Last of Us, The Studio. There was 2 more, right? You said 4?
I myself, I think got like 3 new ones. But I think usuals, yeah. I think that's it. We just got 2.
Okay. So yeah, that's jam-packed. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it, starting with the news.
I'll go ahead and bring up this share screen here because Cody's a little preoccupied at the moment.
What's wrong with him?
Also, LFG fam, this is game 1 of Knicks Celtics, second round of the playoffs, and we're in overtime right now. So if you hear anything, clapping,
My bad.
depression, whatever you hear, you know, that's what it is.
That's
So,
kickball, man. I don't get what it is. That's the layup game.
All right. You guys are living under a rock or sleeping through most of the day, as we know somebody on this pod that does that. You might not have heard that Microsoft went ahead and was that first domino to fall right after Nintendo. They are raising the prices of everything except for their good old-fashioned controllers, but everything else is getting a price increase. Yeah, insane. Well, I got the prices on exactly what's going up right now in the next couple slides here. But yeah, like I said, this is the first domino, and I'm sure PlayStation will follow suit. So kind of insane.
We're about to see those prices right now, but you're changing the prices of old consoles too. That's crazy.
That is fucking
man,
crazy.
this is what's
Ridiculous.
That's what's insane.
What?
Yeah.
It's like
They're-
that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think somebody has said the Xbox Series X is the same price as a PS5 Pro now. So.
Wow.
And these prices are in effect already. Like literally, I think it was like May 1st is when all this happened. So they decided, now we're not waiting for nothing. You guys aren't waiting like a month or 2 to see what's going on. No, we're gonna do this now. So insane,
Jesus.
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy.
So first domino to fall, and then we got this next one. I believe is our prices here. You guys can pause the video here, but I mean, yeah, as you can see, everything is going up.
Jesus.
Except for the controllers, like I mentioned, but everything else, yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy.
Living in some wild
Even
times
the
right
headset went up. The wireless headset went up by $10. That's crazy.
now. So,
The ones that
unfortunately,
don't have 2 prices next to them are staying the same?
Yeah, because the ones that
Switches
say up
those-
from.
those controllers,
That's crazy.
yeah, crazy, insane. But yeah, and you might be wondering, well, why? But I mean, Microsoft themselves, I think this was even like a week before that they dropped or the news that they're increasing. As you can see on screen, they're up in profits and everything across the board. So it's not like they needed to do any of this. They would have been fine regardless. Like,
so
it's
selfish.
insane. So their profits are up. Next one's even crazier. Profits are up, and they're cutting people for doing the work. They're bringing them in to do their work and then just letting them go literally the day of or the day after. The writer behind the new Apex Legend character, Sparrow, was laid off 1 day after the character was publicly revealed.
Wow.
They hired this man to make a new character, did his work, did his job.
That's
Hey, here's your character.
crazy.
All right, go ahead and kick rocks. Security's waiting for you at the door. Like,
If you're not trying to leave.
yeah, insane. So, yeah.
It's crazy.
That's
How do you
not
make
only-
so much
They're
money? You're not
making
losing.
record profits, bro. Like, and
No
they're firing
loyalty.
people, and then they're screwing us as consumer over now too. So it's just crazy. Oh, that sucks for this person that got laid off, do work, and then just, all right, laters. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is.
So,
That does so.
and then the big news here, which I'll have some speculation on this. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now coming May 26th, 2026. I'm sure everybody's heard about this by now. This has been all over. Whole year delay is kind of crazy. So people are speculating that this is probably because of all the price increases. They're going to see exactly how everything plays out and see exactly how much they could charge.
No shit,
So,
though, right?
Yeah. It's insane. They're saying it's for the better of the game, but I mean, come on, the game's good, right? There's no way.
See,
It's
and that's
fine.
the issue I be having. Because, like, what do you mean by this? Is the game not ready?
Yeah, no, it's got to be ready. It's got to. So,
Or super close.
yeah, like
But that's
for
why
a whole
don't
year
even-
delay.
Why are you giving out dates and like? Don't say stuff if it's not ready. Just have it ready, then release.
Because like, when did we see this like coming out before? Like October, maybe something around that
Yeah,
time.
for sure, late year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like the game for sure is close. Because it's not even like they delayed it to like late next year. You know, so I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, it's it's Rockstar, so it'll be quality if they need the time. I guess fuck it. You've already had 13 years, so
Yeah, it's crazy.
Couple
But yeah,
more
there you go.
months.
Seth Rogen, more on him later, is being added to Call of Duty.
He's already in.
Oh, he's already in here? He's in the game
Yeah.
already? This was April 25th. So, yeah, I think I was sat on this for a little bit. But there you go. Seth Rogen is in Call of Duty right now. Kind of crazy, man.
He got a little event. It's like a smoking event, like for weed heads like
Oh,
John.
okay.
Yeah, they
All
got game modes based
They-
off of that.
They got to have his laugh, right? Do you know?
Yeah, he has voice lines and shit. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Well, there you go. Seth Rogen's in Call of Duty. If you're excited, let us know down in the comments. Kind of crazy.
Ooh.
A Titanfall game has been canceled at EA and Respawn. Was an extraction shooter. 300 to 400 jobs at EA were eliminated today. Today being April
Oh.
25th.
right.
That's
So
crazy.
even more so, like, getting rid of jobs, increasing prices. It's like it's insane, man. It's insane. So
Yeah, that's a lot.
Unfortunate.
Like, that's a crazy number. Just for one game.
gaming industry, I think, is kind of fucked right now, man. It really is.
Yeah.
We'll see where all this goes in a few months. See what the state of gaming is going to look like. But yeah, wild times. Wild times. A new Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning popcorn bucket has been revealed. It can only be opened with the key.
That's
That shit's
sick.
cool.
Yeah, that's
That is
pretty
pretty
sick.
Hopefully, I can get my hands on that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's
That is
What-
incredible.
What is it though? Like a bomb?
I think so, right?
It looks like one.
I don't know.
That's something they used to deactivate it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Jarrett was talking to me about a popcorn bucket. I think it was the Red Guardian one, right? $40 for that Red Guardian one. So I don't know. This is probably be in line with that. Maybe $40-50 for this one too. So kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. I had like I was telling you, just tell the pod, subscribe to the YouTube. Plug to go subscribe to the YouTube. But I had a large popcorn, the popcorn Red Guardian bucket, a large drink, and some candy. That shit came out to $58 or $68. So she went to go get the Red Guardian bucket. She only had the display. So I told her, nah, it's cool then. That shit dropped down to $25.
Wow.
You just got that regular number one then, right? That's the number.
Yeah.
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 That's what I've been getting.
It's a combo.
Uh,
We don't even go to the same theaters. That's kind of crazy. But that
Yeah,
is the
it is.
number one for sure.
no shit, right? Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, I don't know. While we're on the subject of it, the prices for all this shit is absurd.
Mhm.
For everything there, it's crazy. To this day, because it's been like that for a while. So,
Jeremy Renner says he turned down Hawkeye season 2 after being offered only half his season 1 salary. He was quoted as saying, "Why? Do you think I'm half the Jeremy because I got ran over? We didn't see eye to eye on
That's
that.
good.
I'd love to still do it, but I had to defend myself." So
Yeah, no, he's right.
For sure.
half the salary is crazy.
Half.
It's the MCU. Y'all are fine. It's Disney. You guys are fine. Pay the man. Like, damn, that's insane. You guys don't need half his salary. Like, come on. What are we
You know what I
doing?
think it is? They're trying to like push his character out. We're probably not going to see Hawkeye that much anymore. And they're just like, oh, well, he's not irrelevant anymore. So why even pay him the same?
That's tough.
Maybe.
It's interesting he just said that. I'll speak a little bit to that later. Uh, and then a second part of this when I get into my news, but just the state of Marvel when we get into my piece of news over the past I guess I call it a phase. It's just crazy with you guys if you haven't seen it already, but when you see this news, this will make sense because man, Marvel, that past phase, it's crazy. I can't wait to talk about it. It's insane.
Stay tuned for that. Sinners is tracking to earn around $35 million in the film's third domestic weekend, a small 22% drop. The film is quickly rising to become one of the top 10 highest grossing rated R movies ever domestically. So I think last week it only had a 6% drop, which is like insane.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think it was unheard of, but it's insane. 6% drop is crazy. Like it pretty much earned the same amount of money as the first week. So this went down 22% drop. So I think that's good in itself too. Like if they would have had that as the second week, that still would have been great. But yeah, I'll see if I can have the final numbers up on this because this was I think on a Sunday, something like that. So, but yeah, Sinners is still doing well at the box office. If you guys haven't seen it, obviously go check that out. Hopefully more on that later. And then a PSA: Sinners will be re-released in 9 IMAX theaters in 70 millimeter from May 15th to May 21st. Audiences have spoken and we listened, says Warner Bros. So
Crazy.
there you go. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch it in 70 millimeter and you guys are fortunate enough to have one of these 9 pop up in your city, go check it out. It's definitely worth watching. I think even if you've seen it, go check it out again in 70 millimeter. You won't be disappointed. So pretty cool. Cody, Grant Gustin says he didn't like the Forces storyline in The Flash season 7, calling
Nobody
the Forces my children. I tried to talk them out of that. He adds he didn't like the Godspeed lightsaber style fight too. I was like, we can do this now? Really? So,
Bro, listen. Let me break this down very simple. I don't know what season it was. I think it was after 4. They got a whole new director. So the show was falling shit anyways. Like that was like it was just bad. The stories just progressively got worse and worse. This was horrible. This was probably the worst season I've ever seen in the show. Yeah, that picture is no exaggeration. Them niggas started just lightsaber fighting with lightning. It's bad. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. The plot didn't make sense. The 7 children shit, that shit was bad too. Like, it was just, I didn't get what, like, wasn't appealing. It wasn't good at all. The show was bad.
I don't even remember this, bro. I really don't even remember this.
Yeah, this was horrible.
And then finished The Flash?
Yes. It just was bad, man. Like,
yeah.
No other way to put it.
Even Grant Gustin's like, man, I tried, guys.
He knew, bro. Like,
yeah.
So what are we talking about? We're speedsters and we're fighting with lightning swords. What?
Where did they get those from?
They just created it.
Yeah.
Literally went zoom.
That's one.
Like, what?
I stopped when Nora got there.
Damn.
I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah, it got rough.
Yeah, crazy. There you go. Grant tried, man. Cody, showrunner Eric Kripke confirms Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, and Misha Collins will all share a scene in the final season of The Boys. The storyline they're all involved in has been filmed already.
That's dope as hell.
This is the cast of Supernatural for those that don't know. So they will all be coming back, and that'll be pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
I haven't even seen fucking Supernatural, and that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope as shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. So looking forward to that when they drop that final season. That's coming out this year, right? I think that's coming out this year.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Stay tuned. I'll see if I can update you guys on that. But I think it's
we won, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Had to let y'all know.
Congratulations.
It'll be fine.
Congrats.
Thank you, man. Good luck on the rest of the series.
We don't need it.
You sure?
Let me see what you guys feel about this one. Aang, The Last Airbender casting director Jenny Ju on why they replaced some of the OG voice actors for the upcoming film. Since the original show was released, there's been more emphasis in voice acting to match actors' ethnic, racial background to the characters they're portraying.
Man.
It's a fictional world, but there are cultural influences for each nation, kingdom, and we wanted to explore the talent from those groups.
Man.
Discuss.
No. Point blank period. First of all, the first point, she said there's been emphasis in voice acting to match actors' ethnic, racial background. Whereas I've never seen anybody complain about that. When it comes to live action, that's different. This is for the animated film, right?
Yes.
Yeah. you're taking away the original voice actors that have already done this role that everybody knows and loves, to change it for like really no reason because they just made this up.
I gotta say, on his first point, I think he's cooking.
Okay, look,
What?
I'm with
Mine
the first point.
or his?
No, you, Cody, you.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cody said it's not wrong. I get what they're saying with the first point, but if they wanted to do that, they should have done that from the very beginning of the whole season. Do that
Exactly.
first. Now they fucked with the original shit. They fucked with the people that we love, like Cody mentioned. That's insane. If you want to do this on future
insane.
projects coming up, new Avatar stuff that's coming up,
Yes.
go for it. Do it. I am all
Yes.
aboard. All on board. Do not change the characters that we've grown up with, loved, and just like love to watch on TV, bro. Like, it was insane. So to me, that's insane. That they should not have done that. I don't understand why. And this is why I told Jed I was gonna bring up something, or maybe I said it on the pod. I don't even remember. There's an episode of the studio called Casting. And they did the exact same shit over there on that episode. They're trying to please everybody and like, oh, wait a minute, we got to cast certain people for certain roles because this is going to look like this way.
Stupid.
And to me, that's exactly what they did here. Like, they should not have messed with the OG formula. No reason to. A lot of people have this show as one of the best animated shows of all time. It's so they didn't need to mess with anything on this. So crazy that they did this. Crazy.
My main point being, like, we're talking about acting. Voice acting is a form of acting. We're talking about acting here. It should never have to be okay, you can't be picked, not because you're not good at acting and voice acting, but you're not the part ethnically. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Mhm.
If somebody voices this character to a T, it's perfect. Why are you changing that? They didn't have any issues with the originals, but you're just gonna change it because they're not of that background. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's a sensitive,
That really
it's a
is
lot
crazy.
more sensitive world now, man. It really
Yeah,
is.
it's
It's
stupid,
crazy.
man. It's
But-
voice acting.
But it's voice
Like-
acting, yeah. We're not even gonna
I think in
fucking
some
know.
instances, like, and this is going way left field from Avatar, but I think in some instances you can kind of look at something like that and it can make sense. Like, maybe you could look at like
Family
if
Guy. They did it in Family Guy.
yeah,
Cleveland.
for sure. But I was just gonna say like real generic, not even like an actual like property. Like if you take like a big like an animated big buff black guy, you're gonna give him a deep voice 9 times out of 10. You know,
Mhm.
so as long as that voice actor can do that, it doesn't matter.
It
if he's
doesn't.
fucking
It could be a
black or
scrawny
white,
dude
you know?
making the voice. Why is it?
Not once have I heard a voice actor said, "Hey, I wonder if they're actually that ethnicity." Like, nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
They're
So,
making it more authentic. God damn it.
I don't know. We were excited for all these projects coming out, the live action, this movie coming out, and Toph's getting changed in the live action. Characters are getting voice acted out, and different people are coming in. So it's a weird and tough time to be an Avatar fan. It's so crazy.
this
So,
is 2025, and
Yeah.
we want people to
Yeah.
actually be what they are acting. Like,
yeah, insane.
You're an idiot.
the,
but,
the mindset of changing something like so beloved, so highly rated, like changing anything about it is so fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like no matter what it is, truthfully. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
no
fuck
point.
with something that you know is like universally loved. Crazy mindset.
Yeah. Leave your thoughts on all of this down in the comments below. What did you guys think about them changing the voice actors because they don't fit ethnically, racially? Leave all your thoughts down.
and
in the
this is another thing too, because I know this is the last thing. They're probably gonna give voice actors a sound like the people that did the voices. They're not gonna
They-
sound different.
they got
right?
to, right? There's no way they
right.
could've-
Yeah,
they-
no
yeah, they have to.
shit. That's
So
funny.
stupid.
It's all pointless.
That's so
Yeah, for example, like, hey, he was Hawaiian, so you're Hawaiian, so try to do it in Hawaiian voice the way he's doing the Hawaiian
Yeah,
voice. What?
It's
Like, insane.
stupid.
Insane,
Yeah,
so-
that is
I mean,
stupid.
I need you to train him to do your voice.
Yeah.
Just pay
Cause
me.
now, cause now I think it is racist.
All right, no shit.
Okay.
Oh man.
They're doing
Yeah,
too
more to the
much.
studio later, man. It was a crazy episode. But yeah, leave your comments on all this down in the comments below. We'd love to see them.
Thunderbolts. So it opened with 162.1 million at the global box office, and the production budget was 180 million. So
That's just
it's,
production.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Dang.
yeah,
Yeah, that is crazy.
it is doing good though, for sure. I think when you think about what Thunderbolts was going into it, you're taking some of them even C tier characters and putting them on a fucking big Marvel project. Like I didn't think it was gonna make
D-tier.
a whole bunch of
This
Yeah,
needs,
that was-
Taskmaster.
yeah, probably, yeah.
D
it needs
tier.
to be said, bro. Back then, when they announced the movies and Thunderbolts was there, nobody gave a fuck. People said, "Why are y'all making this movie?" I think I was one of them.
Yeah, a lot of people.
No, for sure. I think I even said that in the review. Like, I was going into this wondering if I was going to give a fuck about this. And so, yeah, we'll see what it ends up with. But that is, I think, for what Thunderbolts is, I think it's off to an amazing start. So, those numbers are good. We'll see what it ends up with. Thunderbolts.
They had the blueprint already, man. That Guardian shit is damn near the same thing. Got a bunch of people nobody really knew or gave a fuck about, and everybody gives a fuck now.
For sure. So, the Russo brothers directed the post-credit scene in Thunderbolts. It was filmed a month ago on the set of Avengers Doomsday.
Wow.
Should be a scene straight out of Doomsday, I think. Right?
Hmm.
They did that with Civil War. And Bucky was tied up in the garage or some shit. I think that was Civil War.
Yeah, they did. And I was trying to remember what movie that came out of. And I think it was Winter Soldier.
Might have been, actually.
I think it
Might
was
have
Winter
been.
Soldier. And then
They
they showed
yeah.
that scene at the end of it.
They also did that with Thor, and he was drinking a beer with Doctor Strange. They pulled that right out of what was that? Infinity War?
Okay.
Ragnarok. One of those.
Wasn't that Doctor Strange? Was it Doctor Strange? And we actually had this conversation too, me and Andrea. Was that Doctor Strange?
That was yeah. That was Doctor Strange and Thor.
No, but like the movie was Doctor Strange.
Oh,
Oh,
I think it was. I think it was Doctor Strange, and then that was out of Ragnarok.
Because they were like,
Ragnarok.
oh shit, Doctor Strange and Thor teaming
Yeah.
up. And they did not fucking team up.
Yeah, that was Ragnarok because he teleported them straight to the
Mhm.
field. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously more on this later. I don't know if I have anything else. Moving forward, because I know I have more Thunderbolts in here. Spoiler alert, clearly.
Oh,
You know, moving
I don't
forward.
know, it
throughout
might
the
not
whole
be-
pod.
It's crazy.
that time.
No, actually there is, because there is. I know why. I know I have
I know
one.
what
piece.
I know
Okay.
where you're going.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. John, if you ever see it.
I know. Yeah, what the
bad.
fuck?
But the Thunderbolts billboard are now being changed to the New Avengers.
It's crazy.
They
We're
are
all
legit
wondering.
changing that shit to the New Avengers. I went on my local movie theaters app, and the picture for the fucking thing is the New Avengers.
Oh shit.
I was stunned.
Wow.
Let you know right now. Nah, at the Alamo, anyways, it's still Thunderbolts. So I know they were changing. I think that all the marketing now is
So the
New
asterisk
Avengers.
made sense now. Everybody wondered why it was there. That's why it's there.
there. You go. Crazy. They're crazy. That's our New Avengers. I won't
But
speak on. Yeah, at Cinemark they changed it already too. I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but
That wasn't the whole
It's
point
New-
of this fucking movie
New
though.
Avengers. So
Thought that was like
No.
a given going
That
into
wasn't.
this shit.
That was not the
Oh,
point of the movie.
It was just
No,
speculating.
The issue I have is why not go with Thunderbolts?
because it was her
Why
soccer
did it
team.
need to be? Why did it need to be New Avengers? Like it feels like they're forcing New Avengers into that when it just could be Thunderbolts.
Guess we'll get more into that in your little review.
Oh, Will we now?
There you go.
There you go. Save your questions.
I better have answers.
I'm confused, but
right?
I guess we'll find out later.
I'm confused.
So Robert Downey Jr. updated his IG caption after spoiling what the asterisk in Thunderbolts meant. I guess it really didn't fucking matter looking back at it now. But he shared it on release day, and the post was seen by millions. His picture or his caption was just wow, dinner and a show with the old Avengers. So cool, fresh, and deep. Big congrats. #Thunderbolts.
That's crazy.
To me personally, I didn't think he really spoiled it,
No, yeah.
to be honest. Like I get that, he technically did, but I don't know.
For face value, if you're not looking into it, it's just like, okay, cool. He's having dinner with, Thor and Hulk and Scarlet and all them. I don't know.
Yeah, because they literally all got together and watched Thunderbolts. It was like a bunch of the Avengers actors, but maybe some people put two and two together. I don't know,
Yeah, for sure.
but
Yeah.
it is what it is. All right, so we get to that part that I was talking about earlier. So apparently, Kevin Feige was spread so thin at Marvel in the early 2020s that creatives wouldn't hear from him and spend weeks on work only to get feedback that was too late to implement.
Explains a lot.
Some staffers had to resort to chasing Feige down in the hallway for answers.
Explains a lot.
Crazy. And just like you said, I think it does explain a lot. That whole phase, like that
Mhm.
last part of getting feedback and it's too late.
So where was he? Like,
Right?
You couldn't get feedback on any of your movies because that whole
So, yeah.
early 2020s,
That's crazy.
not one movie got your feedback. Like what happened?
What was he doing?
Yeah, that,
Like what spread him so thin? Really? If this should be the most important thing, right? What else could it be?
Since we're there, and I was gonna say this at the end, since we're there, this part and what I'm gonna say next, I would love for a Netflix or HBO Max fucking Marvel Studios documentary. I'm sure we're gonna get one at some point in time, but just knowing that some shit like this was going on, man.
Damn, yeah, that's
The
good.
truth of Kevin Feige.
Like something. The secrets of Marvel Studios. Shit is crazy. But moving on to the second part. So apparently Kevin Feige reportedly told Marvel colleagues that watching every new MCU project had begun to feel more like homework than entertainment. Employees talk regularly about Marvel fatigue and worry they've created a no new fans club where new viewers have no clue what's going on.
I agree.
Well, yeah, that's what people were saying, that this is a thing. I agree.
I agree.
But okay, so
That's why I feel like
I feel like that's the point.
I can't
Like,
watch
it's
new
a-
movies
like,
without knowing what the
I think-
fuck's happening.
You should have been on the train after Endgame.
It's a connected universe, though. Like, that's the point.
Yeah, that's
I
the
get
point,
that
yeah.
too, I guess. I just feel like if you weren't there from the beginning, you're just fucked. Might as well just not even care.
Nah, because like I said, you weren't watching the Endgame stuff, which sucks because that's peak.
The
But if
best.
you jumped in after Endgame, I mean, that's not as many movies. I think there was like
So-
16. Something like that.
Because well, back
Maybe
to the
less.
first one, it makes sense why everything was all over the place and why a lot of things didn't seem like it connected. And it's because they needed his not approval, but his like input to making things right. So looking at this, this isn't about changing the way it is. He's just pointing it out, right? Like he's just saying, like, yeah, it just feels like everything is homework and you have to go back. Like that is the point of the MCU, but it seems like does Kevin want it to be like standalone movies for people to be able to watch and not have to watch the old other movies? Is that what he wants? Is that what this is saying?
I think so. I think I saw something else that's kind of the direction that they're probably going to be going in.
Isn't that already the direction they were going? Because they weren't connecting shit anyways.
So we got the
I guess
answer
that's
to
true,
why
too.
though.
That's because Kevin was never a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, he was just always
So, I
moving
mean, that's
around.
why it was their own standpoint.
It's too late. Like it's
Yeah,
just
I mean-
all it is. It was made to be like this, so you got to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Marvel
Yeah,
Cinematic
unfortunately, though.
Universe.
Like
Right.
just
I
go
guess, right. Yeah.
go watch the movies if you want to know.
But then
You
that's
want to be a
homework.
fan 20 years. Yeah, but if you wanted to be a fan 20 years later, that's not their fault.
That's what-
They made the
Nah, I
universe
get
already.
that. That's why I'm never catching up on One Piece.
Wow.
Is it homework though? If you like it, like,
Exactly.
if you're a Marvel fan, is it really homework? Like you should be wanting to watch
and
these
I think
movies, these projects.
Kevin's case,
That's what.
in his case, he's so like it's Marvel every day and day in day out. So for him, it is
It's probably
fatiguing.
even worse.
For sure it is. He's probably tired of hearing that
Hell
shit.
yeah. Hell
The J Max point though is kind of interesting because it's like, yeah, that last phase. I call it a phase, but I don't even know if we're in a new phase. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know.
But-
They know.
Just
I
that.
also,
They're waiting to get to fucking what is it? What's the one after Doomsday?
you
The
tell
secret one?
them.
Then they'll start phases again.
They're trying to get to that
Yeah.
soft reboot as fast as possible. It's so funny you say that because I haven't fact checked this, but I guess Ironheart is next month.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
What?
That shit
Tragic.
hasn't been marketed at all.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Like they're just trying to sweep that bitch under the rug.
That's the next Iron. That's supposed to be the next Iron Man, and that's
Oh
insane.
shit.
That's
Wow.
insane.
I don't know. Hopefully it's good. But yeah, it's interesting, like you said, because the past phase didn't feel connected at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was another report. Actually, I don't know if it was a report, but I've seen a lot of people say that they're starting to feel like the shows are going to be the shows and the movies are going to be the movies and keep things separate. And that would kind of make sense to what we were talking about for Thunderbolts, just because, bro, there's too much shit happening in New York for none of that shit to be brought up.
There was no martial law. Everybody was outside having a good time. No martial law.
Like
the
grand scheme of things, which I don't know. I think me personally, I wouldn't be too upset at.
As long as they don't do no crazy stuff. As long as there's no crazy events in these shows.
But if Kevin Feige comes out and says like, all right, like that was a mistake. The shows are the shows and the movies are the movies. It's like, would you still be like, if something big in the show happens? If Kevin Feige lets you know like this is its own.
See, that's
at this point, like John Cody, it's too late. It's too late. It's the
bro.
Universe. They want to do this after Secret Wars and be like, okay, after Secret Wars, it's a soft reboot. You guys knew that. Shows are shows. Don't feel like this is going to be connected to the movies. The movies are doing their own thing. Then fine. I think that's the way to do it. But I think it's too late now.
See, and that makes me feel like they just made Daredevil show and everything else they're gonna make around that just because they wanted to make the money off of it. That's what it sounds like. They didn't care to actually have him back.
It's all just
to start that show.
Because I was watching John Campea and he had made a remark like Thunderbolts was filmed a while ago, so I don't even think Daredevil knew what was going on in Thunderbolts because it was already filmed and done. So Thunderbolts couldn't react to Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Because it was already done. So there was really no way to connect those two.
That's the problem with the timeline and all that, the fuckery with the movies. COVID.
It's crazy. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on all that Marvel stuff you just heard. Craziness.
We'll see if James Gunn can do it, though. He's doing it. He's going above that. Games.
Games, movies,
animated,
TV.
Everything.
Animated. Yeah, they got their work cut out over there, boy. And they're not even starting they're not even starting with Origins. They're just jumping into that bitch. But Kevin Feige has told Marvel colleagues that he has a 10-year plan for the X-Men.
That's a good sign.
So it sounds like it's an X-Men phase.
Mm-hmm. And I like that. I'm not mad at that. We should be. Mm-hmm. The Avengers should be like in the back seat right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, X-Men should be given that Avengers treatment. Yeah.
I actually agree with that. Because, talking about Thunderbolts a little bit, because me and J-Mac both agree, like, we care about the team now. They're obviously calling them the new Avengers, so I personally believe that the two Avengers teams that they talked about, Sam Wilson, the team that he's making in the Thunderbolts, they're just going to they have differences right now, but they're just going to come together, and there's just going to be the one Avengers.
Big-ass team.
Yeah, for sure. But the Avengers, like, technically, like, there's a bunch of members in the Avengers in the comics.
Yeah,
shit.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm for it, but that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
One thing I was gonna say about this, because like obviously this is bound to happen, but there are so many actual actors that are in the MCU that are like people that consistently come back that it's open for the possibility of just people not being able to continue that role. Like say, like for instance, our current Thunderbolts. If we focus on the X-Men for 10 years and they decide to implement some Thunderbolts, they might not even be there anymore. Not saying they're dead like that. I'm just saying like they're probably going to be doing something else, busy, because there's so many people to keep up with to maintain in that universe.
I would love this to be given that Avengers treatment, like that whole 10-year Avengers thing.
Yeah,
the final boss be Apocalypse. That would be freaking amazing. I would love that. Sinister could be like an Ultron in there if they do that. Maybe they'll do that hopefully a bit better, but like they'll have those little villains in there that can work. That 10-year X-Men plan.
This would be hard.
That would be awesome.
And it all starts with casting the right people. Because you see what casting fucking Florence Pugh as Yelena, casting fucking David Harbour as Red Guardian, you see the effect that shit has. So they nail the X-Men casting. I mean, we're off to the races if he has a 10-year plan that's, solid.
That's a 20-year plan, man.
Potential Sam's new Avengers, his team. Captain America, Falcon, obviously. They threw in Captain Marvel here. I don't know if I agree with Captain Marvel. Who knows? She's always off doing her own thing, so maybe not. Black Panther, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, and then Wong, and then amongst other little characters as well that could possibly be thrown in there. Spider-Man. I mean, who knows what's going on with Spider-Man? He's on Fraud Watch. If you guys haven't seen the TikTok, he's on Fraud Watch, obviously. but that could potentially be Sam's team. So having them with Thunderbolts, that's a lot of people. Kind of crazy.
She-Hulk's not on any team.
She-Hulk could be another one, but I mean, she's a lawyer. She's not really crime fighting like that, right? I don't think we
He's a
expect
lawyer.
Especially with the New
Fuck.
York shit, man. I don't know.
Who knows what's going on with Hulk? Thor's off planet somewhere. Strange is
Thor
in
got-
a whole nother
Thor
multiverse.
Thor got a daughter.
Yeah, you got a
Mm.
daughter. Hulk's got a son. So,
They cheating. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on a 10-year plan for the X-Men taking over the MCU. It's pretty crazy.
Because what if we get that Wolverine Hulk relationship, but we got to get the old Hulk back in some
we
way?
get a Wolverine movie. Oh, just him, just like a Wolverine movie. You cast a badass Wolverine, solo Wolverine movie, just like they did Iron Man, and that'll be the focus of that team. Whoa, that'd be cool.
You know, we got to fight for our fucking lives because you know there's going to be the dickheads. It's not Hugh Jackman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hugh Jackman
And
is Wolverine, but I mean, come on,
But
it's,
look,
it's,
five
he's
years
getting up
down
there.
the line, they're gonna be like, "Bro, he's so good, man. He was better than you. I was saying this since day one."
Uh,
Oh shit, X-Men. So just real quick, just so we have it on here, we got the next MCU films with release dates. Fantastic Four is July 25th. That is fast approaching 2025. Then we got Doomsday, the big one, May 1st, 2026. Spider-Man 4, titled Brand New Day, July 31st, 2026. And then Secret Wars, we did report that it did get pushed back, so that is May 7th, 2027. So just so we have the dates. Those are titles. Those are some fucking titles. There's no little movies in between those. It's just all straight,
Oh, yeah.
just
Hey,
ridiculousness.
listen, seeing how they've been changing names, I wouldn't be surprised if Avengers Secret Wars isn't Avengers Secret Wars anymore. If it's like something else Secret Wars. X-Men Secret Wars.
Avengers versus X-Men Secret Wars. Avengers and X-Men Secret Wars.
Like Deadpool and Wolverine, how that changed from Deadpool to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
It's
That'd be
possible.
pretty sick.
I think that was
Yeah.
to catch us off guard too.
For sure.
The
Same with these.
X-Avengers.
Because we technically don't have an Avengers right now, but obviously we have new Avengers. So how are they playing that?
We got Avengers with the Z.
With the Z.
Avengers.
The Avengers. But yeah, Marvel, this will for sure be a video. So let us know everything, all your thoughts and opinions on all this Marvel news. And then move into my last chunk, The Bear. Season 4 will premiere on June 15th on Hulu. We'll be all over that. Review will be on the channel that same week, I'm sure. So looking forward to that. The Bear Season 4. Sticking with Hulu, really. We got the first details on Shogun Season 2. Hiroyuki Sanada and Cosmo Jarvis will reprise their roles. Y'all pretty much saw that coming. It's their fucking show. But it is set 10 years after the events of Season 1, and filming begins in January.
Wow.
So
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
it's a little ways away. It's a little ways away. But yeah,
Damn.
10 years. I saw that.
10-year
Like,
skip
whoa.
is what? That's crazy. I don't know if that's how it goes down in the books or this past show. I think that was a show right that the whole creator came out. That's crazy though. Very interested to see how that works. Wow.
And it's so crazy because, like, and obviously not all, right? This is generalization, but fucking limited series don't stay limited series no more, man. Like,
It's a limited series if it doesn't do well, but if it does well, hey, there you go. Season 2 coming soon.
Unless it's something that you really can't do as Season 2 for,
Yeah.
like fucking Chernobyl or something like
Yeah,
that. you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Money will make people do anything.
Mhm.
They'll figure
For
out a way
sure.
for Chernobyl Season 2.
It's crazy. But yeah,
Thought that
two
was
great
a
shows
movie.
on Hulu. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. That is a show. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on those. Are you excited for them? Something I am personally excited for and told J Mag about. I told the pod too, actually, but told him recently. So we got new details on Zach Kreger's weapons. The mystery of the kids missing is not the whole movie. He said there's way crazier shit than that. It's described as a horror epic, and the full cast is being kept under wraps.
That's
As it
how
should.
you market.
Yes,
Yes.
it should, yeah. Hell yeah. One trailer. That's all we need.
Yeah, man. I was telling J Mac because I saw that the trailer dropped when I was at work,
Yeah,
and
got it.
I still have not seen the trailer. I've seen stills from it, but even
Good.
those fucking pictures, man. Oh my god, I can't wait.
That's how you do it. You don't put a row of chairs with names on it. You don't do that. Stupid.
You're still watching that movie, man.
Exactly. But now
Oh.
I have a bad taste in my mouth, man.
On this one, I saw that Jordan Peele. I don't know how true it was that he
Mhm.
fired a manager because he lost a bidding war to get this movie, the rights to this movie. So this
Oh,
has
damn.
to be some good shit.
Yeah, probably that manager's fault.
Mhm.
The manager said, "Nah, bro, I didn't want to do it."
Yeah,
no
it
more."
didn't look good.
Jordan said, "You fucking
Yeah,
crazy."
so he fucking fired him. I don't know how true that was, but that made me hype for this movie.
Hey,
That's
Jordan loves his
actually-
horror, man.
Insane.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, like I told you guys, I did my. I think I actually did end up doing 10 movies when I talked about it. But my 10 movies I'm most excited for after the CinemaCon week. And yeah, this was near the top. They were just describing what this movie was, just the people that were in attendance for the trailer, and I was like, "Yo, that looks like the next up." So, yeah, I can't wait. Dude,
Nah, I'm prepared
Weapons.
too.
That's this year.
let's see if we have a release date for this.
Like August 8th or some shit. I don't know what year.
Damn, you got,
There's already
you got it
trailers for
exactly. August 8th, 2025.
John,
I told you.
go get a lottery ticket right
Hell
now.
yeah. Nah, I told you I saw it and I was hyped for this shit. I just thought maybe you already did a trailer reaction, so I was like, oh fuck.
No, I didn't. I
So-
didn't get
so-
to get to this one.
So let me know.
Okay,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can still do it. That's fine. But yeah, weapons. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. If you're excited for it. Should be a good one, hopefully.
Mhm.
So apparently, streamer Dr. Lupo had been removed from a $100,000 online chess tournament for cheating. They're quoted as saying the most obvious cheating I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Damn.
For those of you that don't know, chess has the easiest way to find out they're cheating because they have like the when you have a match, there's obviously your moves, so your moves are written down, and the game lets you know what type of move it is. So you have a best move, a perfect move, stuff like that. And he had like a row of perfect moves. Like,
Mm,
it's obvious.
that's
He's a
crazy.
grandmaster, man. He got it.
Right? What's that mean though? Perfect move? Like the move you should do for that turn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like a
yeah.
best move for
Mm.
what the situation is.
Mm. It's crazy. I didn't know.
So like the number one chess player in the world wouldn't do like a perfect move every
That's-
time.
They
yeah.
could, but humans make mistakes, and he had like a bunch of them in a row. It's like
Mm.
unheard of.
Oh shit!
Man,
Like,
on
you
some
just don't
Queen's
do
Gambit
that
type
as
shit.
a regular nigga. Like,
Yeah, and I guess right, he's
Against
just
one
a
of the
streamer.
best.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw his apology and I was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
An apology.
Yeah.
You know what you were trying to do, man. Don't apologize now.
I'm apologizing for getting caught. My fault.
Mhm, yeah, basically.
Nah,
Like,
literally.
he wasn't giving a fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. $100,000 chess.
Chess.
Idiot.
Online
For that much
chess.
money, were you really gonna win? Like, there's some people in that shit, bro. There ain't no way there's.
Yeah, it has to be some fucking grandmasters.
Yeah.
Craziness. So I have been waiting for so long to talk about this. But MoviePass is returning to launch a fantasy sports league app for movies. Users will create their own league of actors, movies, and directors to compete in tournaments, which they predict
Oh,
box
that's-
office results
fucking dope.
per
My bad.
screen, averages, audience scores, and awards.
That's
I cannot
dope.
fucking
If we don't
wait.
make a league right after
That's gonna
this,
be
Yeah.
that's gonna become a staple here on the pod, man.
hell
There's no way.
yeah. That's dope.
That's dope.
And what
That's
actors
dope.
do you got this week?
Yo, number one pick's about to go crazy.
That's-
And
that's
honestly,
dope
there's
as
so
fuck.
many great actors out there that
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
be stacked.
Yo, that's sick
you
as
have to
fuck.
predict
What
what they're gonna be
Speaking
in
of it-
movies.
Yeah,
You gotta have to do research on the movies
Hell
they're gonna be
yeah.
in. All that.
That's dope as fuck.
Give me Timothy, man.
I'm glad you guys are as happy as I am
Nah,
about
that's
this.
sick
Because I
as
saw
fuck. This
this
is
and I was
dope.
like, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a dope idea.
cool. We
But my
got any
combo,
other
like,
details, like
crazy.
release date or anything like that?
Maybe in that article, I can probably go back to it unless you want to look it up. But
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
Matter of fact,
Stay tuned for the end.
Give me Zendaya. Give me fucking
Zendaya.
Tom Holland. I
dude,
know
he
they
go
finna be in big movies.
crazy, bro. Man,
I'm about to have like 21st round picks. Y'all
Oh,
finna be
this
sick.
is stupid. You're gonna
until
trade
that
him.
movie come out and it's bombing.
Yeah,
No
nah.
shit. Nah, that's a dope
That
idea.
is pretty cool, bro.
But hell yeah, shout out Movie Pass. Like J Max said, yeah, you'll see this on this channel. It'll be a video. It'll be everything.
One of
we
y'all
will
finna
market
get
the
M
shit
Night.
out of this.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy because
Night.
it's actors, movies, and the directors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro, Oscar season. And, this is
nah,
gonna
that's
be
dope
awesome.
as fuck. Yeah, that's crazy.
More on that later.
All right. So apparently a Twitch streamer, I don't know who this is, his name wasn't there, said FaZe Clan, words FaZe Clan, 100,000 times in one 25-hour live stream to try and join FaZe. He averaged 11 viewers and got no new subscribers.
How did this become news when he had 11 viewers?
I don't know.
Well, one of
I
them
don't
really
know.
said, "Hey, bro, you gotta see
One
this
of them was
Dextro."
Dex Turtle.
He might have just made a TikTok and it blew up that he did this, but he tried the old Mr. Beast tactics. Y'all kids wouldn't know nothing about that. And yeah, didn't work. Stuff.
That's
To
like
join
me.
FaZe of all things.
That's me every time I play Fortnite.
What do you be saying?
Yeah,
Subscribe.
crazy bastard.
Subscribe.
I mean, maybe now that this, somebody picked up the story, maybe he got some subscribers now, but craziness.
Mhm.
So the Kingdom of the Planet
That's
of the
funny.
Apes
Hell yeah.
Twitter weighed in on the 100 men versus one gorilla discussion with a gift from the movie and the quote, "Is this really a question?" So they planted their flag and
Damn.
apes on top in there.
So they choosing the apes that have enhanced brains now.
Mhm.
All right. Gonna choose the ones that act like humans. Okay.
I saw a video or it was like a GIF of that video of the ape just fucking spinning in circles, and they were like, "This move is taking out at least 15 niggas."
That's funny.
I saw one with a gorilla digging in his nose and eating the boogers. They said, "Man,
Nice.
you think we're gonna lose to this?"
The memes on that shit have been hilarious, man. So stupid. So stupid.
Yeah,
When
just a little funny one. That's pretty cool that they did that.
One had a fucked up body. They said they got a girl in my school that looked like this.
That's
That's
crazy.
tough. That's fun.
So news today, we're getting closer.
Yeah.
Gears of War Reloaded is coming to PS5 on August 26th, remastered from the ground up. Obviously, there's been things before this. I think Sea of Thieves was the Xbox game, right? That came to PlayStation. There's been
Oh, was
other
it?
ones.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I think
that.
that's one of them.
That's crazy.
But
That's
big ones
dope.
just this last week from Forza. Now we're getting Gears of War.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna say it again. Why have a fucking Xbox, bro? And it's not even talking shit.
Mm-mm.
Especially after that price.
Especially
Mhm.
Yeah,
No
PlayStation should follow
shit.
suit. But if PlayStation's like, "Hey, we got a
Don't
chance
be
right now to make
stupid.
history and show
Yeah.
everybody we're better," let's
Uh,
not increase the price.
yeah.
Let's stay at the prices we have now, bro. It'd be insane. It'd be insane.
All they need to do, bro. Just be smart.
That'd be crazy.
So yeah, Gears of War Reloaded, crazy. I thought I'd never see the fucking day, but we live in an era now where anything's possible. So
I've never played those.
you got a chance to now.
Yeah.
Gears of War Reloaded. And then my last piece of news, piggybacking off of what J-Mag had, GTA 6 was reportedly delayed to create better working conditions and avoid brutal crunch. Rockstar internally knew they needed a delay months ago.
So they were trying to prepare for the service to get fucked.
How you gathering that? The crunch?
Right. I
Just
was
better
trying to
working
reread it
conditions
too.
and avoid brutal crunch. Yeah.
Make sure the servers don't
Brutal
go down.
crunch?
And everybody...
What
Oh,
else
well,
would be
I guess I understand what you're saying. Damn. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're just
mean-
making fucking 100
Who the
million
fuck
servers
wouldn't
and
be
shit.
ready for this already though? Like they knew.
They
Yeah.
should.
Who's
know.
gonna
They
have an
fucking
online
knew for the
launch
last
like
5
GTA?
years already.
But when GTA came out, they didn't have online. So
Nah,
when they
you have to
dropped
wait 2
online,
weeks. Yeah.
they were chilling. For this is online off rip, and we know games have crashed on this, but it's GTA. This is more than a crash.
And they should have expected that. We all expected that. We all like, hey, now get your fucking server game up. Go buy a server farm.
Mhm.
You know, go do that. Like, there's no reason for them not to. This is bullshit. They know.
This is the excuse to push it back.
This is an excuse. Yeah.
Shit is crazy though. That like if they do have online like day one, that
Bro, there's no way you're gonna be able to get on unless the servers are perfect.
Mhm. Waiting
We'll
in the
see.
queue.
imagine it's like those old school fucking Call of Duty drops. Like that
Bro, I'm
online,
telling you.
not up.
Because think about like how many people will fit in the server. I think for GTA 5, it's some like
It's
some
like 50, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So they're gonna have like probably hundreds of thousands of 50s.
No shit.
Like
Yeah, it'd be crazy. That day is gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That day is gonna be absolutely insane. There's gonna be kids not going to school. Gonna be kids not going to school. Niggas clocking off or not going into work.
Yeah.
Like
No.
it's gonna be nasty.
Like, the world's gonna be shut down that day.
The whole
You know, I'm
world's
telling
on
you.
strike,
Quarantine.
basically. Yeah.
Quarantine that day. Everybody go inside.
It's gonna be
crazy.
nasty. Just for the servers not to be.
Just for
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
Shout out GTA 6, man. That shit is crazy. But yeah, that is your LFT news of the week.
There you guys go. A lot of news this week. Let us know your thoughts on everything that we talked about. And you know the rules. If you didn't hear something, if you heard something you didn't already know about, hit that like button now. That'd be much appreciated. Moving on to our Let's Fucking Rank this week. We got a good one for you guys. Let me bring up the share screen for it here. We've been talking about it for like the past month. We're actually going to go ahead and rank these characters here.
oh,
Who has the most aura?
lordy.
Where do these characters rank as far as aura?
Little bro.
Are we just gonna go in
All
order,
right.
or are we gonna?
We are not going anywhere.
Then you already
Well-
know what's first.
We can already look. I even put a special. I put a special image in here.
That is
Special image.
crazy work.
Insane.
Cody, shh.
That is
Aura God.
crazy
I mean,
work.
other than Cody.
No,
Is he an
other than a lot of niggas.
Ooh, I've never
He's not
heard
an aura
anybody
god?
else. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, he could be up there. I'm not gonna argue that.
Okay. All right.
It's the
But
only
as
one
long
on
as
that.
as long as the next person goes in front of him.
In
We are
front.
what? Okay. So next, we'll go with like we'll say
Put
as
his
you know,
dude, yeah, put his dude.
him himself should
Okay.
go in front of him.
this
That's
is a
I think you're
We
the
got
only
a
one saying
panel.
that.
I'm not. Saw TikTok the other day. I think it was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Yeah. He's him.
I think you're the only one though.
I think so.
Wow.
John, how do you feel? How do you feel about Escanor going up in front?
I mean, I don't know
John
who
hasn't
that
even
is.
seen Seven Deadly Sins.
I don't
man.
need to know who that is.
So crazy. He's
Yeah,
the one that
you still
stands
feel
at the
strongly?
pinnacle of all races.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm being truthful, he's a merchant.
Oh Lord, you haven't even seen it.
It's a bird.
Yours is a merchant. Yours is a merchant. Let's be real.
Fuck no.
Yours is a
just,
merchant.
He just shows up and it comes to him. He doesn't got to do
bruh.
shit.
The way he be waiting in the last second, he's a merchant. He's forcing
Tell him,
shit.
John. Your nigga
Shit.
gotta rip off his shirt.
Yeah,
and show
yeah,
it
that's
ass and
merchant,
shit.
man.
He
has
didn't
to
rip
buy
it
that
off.
shit.
They ripped it off. Your dude would literally sit there and wait for the perfect moment
My
to
dude
do his
doesn't even
aura
get
farm.
fucking touched.
The hell?
So we're gonna say he's a.
Do not disrespect my nigga,
He's
bro.
little bro. What the
Bro, I
fuck?
swear, bro. I hope the comments come
Um,
after y'all, bro. Y'all are crazy.
That's funny.
Gojo, let's do Gojo. Where do you guys have
That's
Gojo?
the only dude who we could probably put in front of that food. Don't even bullshit.
What?
Don't even
So right here?
bullshit.
So disrespectful.
He said so right here.
No, where do you guys have Gojo though?
You can put him in the bag.
I mean, from what
You think he's up there? You think he's in the god?
I don't care where y'all put him, as long as he's not in front of Escanor.
from what the anime shown or just in general.
The fuck does that mean?
Because I mean, that fool's fucking. He's all fucking sealed up.
He does
So
have a lot of fucking
that,
aura. You
that,
can't
that
even.
drops it for you, John.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he does,
sealed
but-
from what I've seen.
Right,
I'm
gonna
just
leave him in there
saying.
for now.
Just say.
Let's do Goku. What do you guys have Goku?
Humble or a farmer. He don't be doing too much.
Yeah.
You don't be giving out sensu beans like that just to see how fucking badass you are?
But that's humble. That's humble.
That is humble.
Oh,
yeah,
you're right,
for
you're
sure. Yeah. I think
My
that's the
son would
perfect
beat your
one for
ass.
him. That is a perfect
My
one
son-
for him.
My son could beat your ass.
Yes.
I think that's
There
a
you
good
go, huh?
spot.
Okay,
Go
we'll leave
ahead.
him there for now. Thorfinn.
I don't know who that is.
It's gonna be all Cody.
Put it in neutral. Cause yeah, put it in neutral because I don't think he does it like he's a savage, and he I don't know how to explain this because he never won against the one person he wanted to beat. So for that, I can't
Tough.
even like every time he
Yeah.
tried, he got his ass whooped. But he was cold. He cut 2 fingers off an old boy. But like I said, like he's not really like pushing for aura. Like he's a cold nigga. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see him being a merchant of it or like even humble on it because he just got one goal and he couldn't even attain that goal. That's just season 1.
That's tough.
Season 2, that boy's a farm boy. He changed his ways.
Do Luffy.
That's a merchant.
Merchant. There's moments where like, yo, this is nuts. But you know, it's not all the time. He's not always, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be humble.
Oh, even lower?
I'm not mad at humble because like I think a lot of the times it's just who he is, and when it does it, it's just so cold because it's just who he is. He's not doing it all the time, like you said. He's not a merchant of it. I don't even think he's a god of it because he's still Luffy. He's goofy, but
Damn,
Just
but
literal. Go ahead.
in the definition of the words, he might be a merchant. Now that I'm thinking about it, like I just thought about the scene where he dodges the fucking bullets. He ain't have to do that shit like that.
yeah, he could have just let him hit him. He could have just let it hit him. But
I don't, ooh,
But like I
Motherfucker
said,
punched
bro,
the
like
celestial dragon, bro. Before
and walked up to him.
walked right up to him.
He walked past Kaido and Big Mom.
this is still
Oh
the
my god, that one was insane.
It was, but this is still the goofy nigga that got stuck in between 2 buildings playing around, and Nami had to yell at him because he was messing around, bro. He's still
That's
goofy.
funny.
Okay,
That's what keeps him humble.
I
Yeah,
guess
because
you could say that,
he's
yeah.
him the whole time. He's not trying too hard to be that guy.
That Nami scene with the hat,
That Nami's, that's him.
that Robin
he's
scene,
him.
just
Yo,
come on, man. All right,
he
all right,
ain't
I'm
farming
fine.
it. He just being himself.
all right. See, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Because
It's very
I agree
interesting.
with that.
when it's on, it's on.
Exactly. But when it's off, green
Yeah.
jumpsuit is crazy. I don't know, man.
Did you see him with Thorfinn?
I could, but when it's on,
Mm.
That's that when it's on, it's like
How many times are we talking here? I could think of
3.
2. You think of 3,
There's 3. When he's Super Saiyan 2,
right?
when he's Ultimate Gohan, and then when he's Beast.
Beast,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's it.
Is that enough to get him neutral?
No.
I don't think
he's a
so.
little bro.
Because
regularly, he
Thorfinn
just,
has what? Well, and I'm not questioning. I'm just asking.
whenever Thorfinn's like, in season 1, whenever Thorfinn is in anything, he's just a badass kid. Like not in the sense of like he's a little kid. Like he's a badass. Like
He's
every
going after
scene.
anybody and everybody. Don't
Yeah,
give a fuck. He's just
anybody
this-
and everything.
You want me to go get him? How big he is? I don't give a fuck. All right, I got you.
But my problem was that when he did that to the big bro, it wasn't like that. He was getting sunned. And even after he died, he turned into a crazy maniac. And he kind of lost aura points for me right there because I was like, damn, man, like you lost
Right.
yourself there, buddy.
This one will be interesting. David, what do you guys have, David?
Who the fuck is that?
Cyberpunk, something you're supposed to watch.
Yeah. That's what.
I want to say Lil Bro because I want to say
Something
for a
you're supposed-
while he was Lil Bro in the show, and like I never saw a point where I felt like David was him unless you can remind me. I don't remember him getting to that point.
The end.
He was a little broke.
Yeah, it is
When he-
the end for sure.
He had one moment. I mean, it's only 8 episodes, so it's
One
not like he had
moment compared
opportunities.
to Gohan. Yeah, no, I agree. But like, still, his character never really aura farmed.
No, you're right. I mean, he wasn't that type of character like that.
But he could be. That's why he's in Little Bro.
I think so. He could be too. Yeah.
Yeah, same as Gohan is. I don't know.
Or
Feels kind of sick.
Bro, I'm saying because Gohan, that green jumpsuit.
And it is just one though.
Yeah, but 8 episodes.
I know,
It's a
but
good ratio.
that nigga had
After
this
the time
ratio.
skip, he was more of a neutral. Like he had that on him. Like, but he was just, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. He got jacked. Jacked.
You can leave it there then. Do Erwin.
I was gonna even say to do him, but I don't know if
I
he
I
thinks
think
so.
he's an aura merchant.
Yeah.
He's a merchant?
I think he's a merchant. This nigga's always giving top tier speeches,
That leads them to
Felt-
their
trying to get the troops ready. Always,
Yeah.
everything is a lesson.
But,
everything is just like that
See, but,
powerful
like,
ass
has he
speech,
done
like you're gonna
anything?
run through
But
a
listen,
wall.
this is my gap between
Nah, I
Humble and
agree with
Merchant.
Justin though for
Because
sure.
I feel like Humble is the person that's just who they are, and then when it happens, that's because that's who they are. A Merchant, and to me, feels like they're forcing it. That's why I wanted to put Solo Leveling down there, because I feel like he be forced, bro. Because I
He's
feel
so
like he
full
be
of shit.
trying,
He
he
ain't
be
forcing
trying to
shit.
aura
He's
farm,
not
bro. He
forcing
didn't. Why?
shit.
Why did he sit on that ledge like that in the last episode before he went to the island? He did not need to do that. He be forcing it, bro. Why did he put his hand in his pocket after he cut that elf's head off? He was forcing it, bro.
Because he's a
He be
badass.
trying
It's
too
just
hard.
business as usual.
But let's
man.
stay on topic.
You're just
for
too
Erwin.
hard on him.
For Erwin, I just think like that's just who he is. Like he's a leader. That's his character. So when
Yeah.
he
He's the one
does
that
it,
was hyping
he's
him
being-
up to run into the fucking
exactly
boulder
because that's the
sequence
type of
throwing,
person
right?
he went
Hell
in
yeah.
with them because that's
I-
who he is.
I agree.
Just
I
for
agree
them
with
to
your
get
logic.
fucked.
I agree with your logic.
That's the reason I have Goku and Luffy there at least. So, I
So
was
you
just
want?
going off of
So
that.
we're going
logic.
humble.
Yeah,
I don't
All right,
know
last
if he's
one.
very humble.
And
See, but okay, but
Nah,
But-
I don't
but-
think he's.
Luffy be trying though.
when does he actually try to?
We just
aura farm?
talked about it. He dodged the bullets. He did not have to do that shit like
You're
that.
right. That was one time though.
And
he
him just casually walking by Big Mom and Kaido. He did not have to do that shit.
he
like
was worried
that.
about his niggas. That's
And
the
then-
only thing that's on his mind.
So they
and then-
run.
In the 2000
Run.
episodes, those are the only 2 times.
so you guys okay?
I'm just
Man.
saying, bro. Like his is like he turns on a switch.
That's
Like
true.
it's not.
That is true.
it's
It
not
is a
Luffy all the
switch.
time.
It's okay.
Luffy's a merchant, bro.
I'll let you slide that. I'll let you slide that.
Okay. And then, like I said, last one, and I'm only going to bring this one up because I think Marco's the one that told this to Cody. Killua.
Bro, I don't know
Who's
what
that
people's
one?
obsession with this man. This is Hunter x Hunter, man. I don't know what
Hmm.
people's obsession with this is, man.
What do you guys think?
He's not a god. That's what I'm gonna say. I want to say Merchant, but I feel like Merchant is so high. He is a merchant,
I
man.
feel like he's good right there.
Neutral, bro, because he's just he's a part of the assassins that try hard, and in him, he's just the casual, nonchalant one. But when he turned it on, when he flipped that switch,
Those are
He turned
usually the
into a different
badasses,
person.
though. Yeah.
exactly.
Like
That's
that
why I say
moment,
he's
he went fucking. I was gonna call it Godspeed. I don't even know if it's called that, but
it is.
that shit was hard. I don't know. Because where are you trying to put him?
I was saying Merchant because when he does it, bro, he be forced.
See, that's
Yeah.
high though.
Yeah.
That's
That's
high.
why I was saying. That's
But then
high.
maybe merchant shouldn't be the second tier though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There should be one in between God and Merchant.
But I think this is the way
Or
they said.
swap
Like,
humble.
I don't think they meant Merchant in that way. I'll just take
No,
it in
yeah.
that way.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not mad at Neutral. People gonna be mad all they want. I don't think people deserve to be in that conversation, bro.
All right. Well, then, yeah, we'll leave it right there. We at least got something and everything except for the last two. We'll see if we can fill that out on the next one. But there you guys go. Look at the list. Our Aura anime characters. What do you guys think about it? Should you guys rate some higher or lower? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. We'll come back to that next week. Let's get into our what do we watch this week? What do we watch? What do we play? Or perhaps what do we listen to? I'm going to start us off here with Thunderbolts. Cody can go ahead and lead us with his
Oh.
thoughts
Wow.
on Thunderbolts. What you think, Cody?
I saw it too.
Oh shit! Okay, there you go. So then, John and Cody on Thunderbolts. What did you guys think about it?
Rating, John. Rating. What did you rate it, John?
This goes back to that bullshit I was talking about earlier. I don't know
Okay.
what the fuck was going on.
So, what do you mean by you don't know what's going on? Like,
no,
do you
those fucking characters, man.
That's why we told you about the movies that they were in.
I know. That's homework.
So, okay. See, okay, but now,
That's
like
why
I said,
agreed heavy with what he was saying.
but this
Oh,
is
yeah.
why I say it could be compared to Guardians of the Galaxy because nobody knew any of those fucking characters. You could still enjoy the movie, John. So, how did you feel about the movie?
As the
Did you grow attached to these characters in any way?
Still don't give a fuck about none of them.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm supposed to give a rating right here,
Yeah.
and it's out of 10.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the pod, John. Welcome to the movies ratings.
Because goddamn,
You ever been here
negatives.
before?
Just kidding. Negatives, man. Negatives. Nah, it was
Okay.
like just as a movie.
Yeah.
It's because
That's the movie.
it's like a 5,
Average. It was just an average movie for you.
maybe 4.
Let me give you this
But
question. Would you
5
rather
is-
watch this or would you rather watch Dune?
To be honest, I fucking knocked out just as many times.
Wow.
I want the
That's where it was.
people that
What?
hold on. I want the people that are not subscribed to this podcast to click on this video to know John is here for vibes. Okay, don't get mad at him, please.
That shit sucked.
John,
Bullshit.
look,
That was
John,
not-
John has movie 43 in his top 10. Okay, so that should tell you a lot.
This
About
was not a good
John's
movie. This was not a good movie.
tastes.
He's here for vibes.
And I understand it's still transitioning or whatever the fuck they want to talk about. That shit was not good. I don't give a fuck.
Not for John. Average movie. There you go. Cody, rating?
I'm at a 7. I thought it was a solid movie.
What the fuck was going on?
I saw a lot of people talking highly of it. I thought it was a good standalone movie because, like I said, I'm just comparing to Guardians because that's the best comparison I could make, and I cared more about those characters. And I'm not saying I don't care about the characters in Thunderbolts, but I just felt like I only really cared about Yelena, Sentry a little bit, and from there it really gets and what's his face Guardian, what's his name, but yeah, him. Everybody else was just I didn't really care for. The story was cool. I liked the way it started, the way like it got into the characters and how they got together. I thought everything made sense. The story was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I just thought I was enjoying the movie along the way. I didn't really have issues with the movie. I just didn't feel like I was like into it to the point where I was like, this just feels good to watch. Like, this is a great movie. I just felt like, okay, this is cool. Like, just all it was. It was cool to me. The way that they beat him is, I think, in my opinion, I don't know how people feel about that. I think it was the only way to beat him. Genuinely, like how nobody could physically beat him. So it made sense how they did it. I didn't have a problem with it at all, honestly. I don't know. What do you think, John?
I already said it was good.
He's
Oh.
done. He's done.
It was garbage. No,
You didn't care about none of it, huh?
It was. I mean, as a standalone, you're lost as fuck. Really.
Lost? How are you lost?
I mean, you don't know nobody. They
they
just
just
show
told
up.
you they're John.
They just came
they
out
ex-
of like their
John,
little prison.
even if you don't know them, they were explained to be
Well,
hired
like,
hired killers,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
hired them to kill each other. That's all
Yeah.
you need to know about them. You don't need to know about their past. You just need to know
I
they were hired to
guess.
kill each other.
No,
So
I
like how,
guess.
as a standalone movie, you don't need to know their backstory like at all.
So how the fuck am I gonna care for them?
But
This
just-
movie should have done a little bit of that for you.
Huh.
yeah, probably for John,
So,
that's what he's.
Because were you
And-
confused?
Last to what? Like
Just at all? Like, were you confused at all? Like watching the movie?
kinda, but I mean, I just figured because I didn't know the rest of the fucking other movies.
To see that? Okay, so since you said yeah, that's where I'm kind of confused because remembering the movie back, I feel like they explained everything as it was happening.
They did. I said
Yeah,
the
well,
plot was
yeah.
fine. Everything that happened made sense. There was no issue that I had with that.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
Like you just didn't
I-
give a fuck. Like you didn't care what was happening.
Like
I
what
tried.
what part of
Like,
the
I
movie
mean,
were you like
Not
just
lost.
separate? Not lost, but like
But-
what part had you feeling something different? Like were you like turned off away from it?
The beginning. No, I'm just kidding.
When they all were together,
Well-
like it was that.
It's the whole movie. This just wasn't for him, right?
It
It's just
wasn't
not for you.
Yeah, but like if it was like a transitioning movie into some shit else, but then
But
we
that's the
already.
thing. It wasn't. It could stand as a standalone movie. I promise.
I promise. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I'm trying to give you an out. You can either say you
Yeah.
were bored or you just didn't care about the
I-
characters, what was happening. I'm
A
just trying to
little
like
both.
one.
But I still
That's
watched
fine.
it. But
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
what was the shocker that they were the new Avengers? I thought that was the whole point of this movie.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. It's not about them becoming a new. That's why I
No,
wanted to
yeah.
ask because J-Max said he has an answer. Why didn't they just
Look.
keep Thunderbolts?
That wasn't part of the plan. Like that was
Mm.
Valentina's whole plan was to get
Okay,
a
yeah, that
group
was her.
together.
But I'm saying, why didn't they
But-
correct her at all and
'Cause
say
that shit-
no? We're the Thunderbolts.
Were they really gonna jump in front of the cameras and be like, "Nah, we're not"?
I
They
mean,
could have,
like-
right? They could have.
Yeah,
my
that's
my
what
point
I
of
thought.
hey, nah, she's lying.
Yeah,
Like, fuck
that's
that.
what
We're
I
gonna
Yeah.
at
capture her.
least. No,
For
yeah.
sure.
But
That's,
no.
that's where I feel like they could have done
Instead,
it, but they didn't do
she
that.
whispered in her ear that we control you now, like we
Yeah.
own you. So
We own
Oh,
you,
then,
right?
then that's probably why they didn't do it, because now they control her. They can get shit from her. So maybe
Who
that's why
was
they didn't want to
who was
curse
her? Who was that?
because
bitch?
they were
talking about
because she was
the
manipulating
Valentina.
them and she
You're
sent
saying
them to
who-
get killed.
the
Yeah, who was
CIA,
she?
the CIA chick that was
Yeah.
on trial.
But who? She's like some. She has access to anything and shit.
Yeah,
or,
she's like
Yes.
But I saw
Special ops,
somebody
dark
say she
ops.
was like the director of the CIA or something.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what.
Yeah,
that's
she's-
it.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, so she had like credentials.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
mm.
Um,
And so she
but-
made that one food and was
Yeah.
like shocked it actually worked. Everyone else was just like dying
No.
on her, or what the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, basically no.
because she was just gonna burn them alive,
Mm-hmm.
and he woke up, and that was unexpected. Because they woke him up actually when they were fighting.
Well, the
Kick the
ruckus.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know what me and Jet gave it?
No,
No,
You
I
told me not
meant
watch
to
it, so
watch.
I didn't watch it.
I meant to watch that before.
I'm at
What you
a
gonna
I'm
say?
at a 7. Jet's at a 10. So that I
Hey,
Wow,
wait,
listen to
God
10.
damn. What did you
Yeah,
like about it? There's a whole other video.
I pretty much liked everything, and I said in the review that I obviously know that in like the grand scheme of like rating a movie, it's not a 10,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't have any problems with the movie.
Uh-huh.
I went into the movie with things that I wasn't sure about, giving a fuck about the team,
Mm-hmm.
why we're making this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and they answered questions. They answered those questions for me, and it's kind of factored in more like personal enjoyment. Like I really enjoyed that
Mm.
movie.
Really?
Um,
Because
but
go
yeah,
ahead,
like
go
I
ahead.
said, I know it's not like a 10. Like I
Uh-huh.
know that, but
Uh-huh.
it's
I mean,
boosted
if-
by personal enjoyment.
Yeah, if you say it's
Wow.
10, you
Because
say-
like my counter was gonna be like, it just wasn't that enjoyable as a 10. But you say you enjoy it as a 10. That's kind of, I don't know how to. It's nothing I can say. You just
That's
enjoyed it
just
that
his
much.
opinion. That's just the way he
Yeah.
felt during the movie. No, a lot of the points that you had is the points that I had. Like I really enjoyed Yelena's performance. It's her movie, really.
Yeah, it was her
she's front
movie.
and center.
Yeah.
Red Guardian came perfectly together with
Mhm.
David Harbour, and the comedy was on point with them two together. Just dynamic was great. Personally, the power of friendship is always like you never want to like really see that, and that's how they did it. You're not wrong though. Like this is
As fuck,
how else
yeah.
it fit
How would
here,
you-
right? Like
bunch
how else
of
were they gonna do it?
misfits.
Captain Marvel maybe could have showed up. I don't know. The Super Scroll that's hiding somewhere in the world maybe could have showed up
Yeah.
or some. I don't know, but
But
They
the,
don't
Yeah,
fucking
this was really-
fly, they don't got like
this was really the only way to do it. But it's still like power friendship. Okay, I mean I get it, but fine.
Like I said,
I said it
SpongeBob.
because I said in the review and it's not to like counter him because if you feel that way, you feel that way. But my whole thing was they had built that from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like you see power friendship and something else. It's kind of random.
yeah, it's
you
random.
know, like them just helping him out, but they were literally building up from
Mhm.
the first scene of the movie. Elena talking about her depression.
Would we
So-
say that about One Piece? They've been building that up the whole time.
But-
and people are going to get pissed off if that. Obviously, he's
But-
already said that's not going to happen. But hypothetically, if that would have happened,
They have, like, you feel that way.
what?
Wait, what?
That-
Yeah,
that-
One Piece has been
No,
building
he's
up.
saying if One Pieces would
It-
be the power of friendship.
Yeah, like the whole.
But
the whole-
my thing is that from my perspective, it's only been the fans that have said that as a joke. Like I'm
Yeah,
talking
but-
about the actual story has built that.
But that's
up.
what he's saying. Could you not see that in One Piece's story? Because I could.
I don't think so.
Like
Not-
the One Piece is not anything. It's just like the journey that you made with your friends, the power of
Oh,
friendship.
Because I was gonna say, you
I-
gotta
I-
remember, it's
I
not
personally can't see that.
Because you got
Oh,
to
to be
remember,
honest.
every time Luffy, I want to say saves or helps somebody, it's always the fact that I'm a friend, I'm here, I can help you. Just ask. Power of friendship.
Friendship.
But that being the actual
That-
One Piece though, like
No,
something
yeah,
that
we
had
know
that
it's not.
tied to Roger, like I don't think the story's
Mhm.
built that, in my opinion.
Oh,
So you're
I
saying
guess.
he's still
That's
looking
what I'm saying.
for
That's,
like
that's
an
what the
item.
difference is here. That's the difference. But that's just my thing when they say that. Like, I feel like it was earned. I guess you could say.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
them
you're
to
not
do
wrong.
it
Yeah,
that
you're
way.
not. You're not wrong.
and I think what
Absolutely.
people are forgetting too is that it's not like the void is gone. That shit is still there.
That's
Yeah,
why
any-
you can't go full century.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At any given time. Yeah, when it happens, is people are fucked. So
It's kind of
And,
crazy. Yeah,
and
it's
with
kinda
that, he does he
Oh, shit,
control
Rick.
that, or is it just kind of random? Because he was saying how he has his lows and high days.
yeah, it's.
Like,
I think
so
it's
he,
more.
that would.
I think at the time for himself before he met those people, it was lows and highs. So he was probably going back and forth. But I think now that he has people, as long as that he has people, he's
he
fine. But I'm
feels
pretty
happy,
sure,
I guess.
yeah, he doesn't need. But I think it's more of like a second personality to live in him. Like that
Yeah.
power is just somebody in it. So
Mm. Yeah, that shit was
Another
kinda
point
crazy.
that I had brought up was Sentry's not in the movie. He's one scene, and that was a badass scene. I get it, and that I even had a small problem with that scene. And I told Jed on this review, obviously, the scene before that he's struggling to move a cup of water, but then the scene after that he's God and he knows how to do all his
Lifted
abilities and
him
shit.
up and
You know
fucking-
what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's where I had a small issue. I had an issue with that, and then like I
No,
said,
that's
Sentry's
fair.
in it for one scene. That's it. Like I
That-
was hoping to see a lot more of Sentry.
that
Mhm.
power, that power point, that is solid because she was barely teaching this man about his powers, and all of a sudden he's throwing people around the room, using his laser beams, and like I don't know, man.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. But you could only assume they had very vigorous training.
Vigorous. She was literally telling him to move water. We watched it.
And then you saw his eyes glow up like, oh, I got this shit now. That's what I figured.
And then I needed more Bucky. I mean, I feel like I
Mhm.
wanted more Winter Soldier vibes in there. Like
Yeah, just a little bit.
just a little bit more.
Nothing too
Just a little
crazy.
bit more. Those were pretty much my points. But
That's what the Weedy
everything
box
else-
said, now with more Bucky. So,
is
bullshit.
that what it said?
On the bottom right, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But I said something that I had something for Jet. He gave this a 10. And obviously, he says it's not a true 10, but I was curious to see where Jet has this. And if you guys don't know, he's on Letterboxd. Go follow him on
Nice.
Letterboxd. He's been wanting some followers on there, so go check out his Letterboxd. He has a ranking of his MCU, so I wanted to kind of see where Thunderbolt, since it's his 10, fits on his list. Where do
Probably
you think you would put it?
15.
Yeah, right. I don't know how good that Shang-Chi bullshit.
That shit was good.
No, that's just really good.
Yeah, I think Cody's right. I think around that 14, 15. I forgot to put it in here, honestly, but looking at it, and I'm not one of those people that is soured on Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't get that shit at all, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's in that range. I don't think it's the cream of the crop of the MCU, but I think, right around that Doctor Strange, Ant-Man.
No, Doctor Strange need to go up.
Nah, hell no, you're tweaking.
You're
But Spider-Man Homecoming, right around there, I think that's where I'd put it.
Okay. All right, cool. There you go. Just out of curiosity. So we'll see.
So-
Updated list. Like I said, go follow my Letterboxd. I think it's with Jay the Jet on this one. This one. SS Justin, sorry. SS Justin on Letterboxd. Go give him a follow. But all right, any other final thoughts on Thunderbolts?
Straight
Nope.
into Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, Cody, you want to speak on that?
I
end
wasn't
credit
able to
scene?
see that in credit, but I've heard about it.
I mean, I commented on Justin's video because a lot of people were mad that we basically know the ending, but it's technically we don't know the ending because we don't know what happens that leads to this, but you can only assume. My only thing was it would have been nice to see this movie after the Fantastic Four. It would have made more sense because of the end credit. So that's really all I have, but I don't have a problem with the end credit showing us the Fantastic Four is now in the MCU because we don't know how it happened. And I think
You think that if we see Fantastic Four and at the end of Fantastic Four they're leaving, and then fast forward they put Thunderbolts at the end of Fantastic Four, and then we get that end credit scene, you think it hits as hard?
No, because if that's the case, you should have just did it in Fantastic Four. Why would you do it in both if it's the same thing?
But I'm just because your point is like to put it at the end, so it's like,
Oh,
think
you're
you'd have
saying
a-
the way I said it?
yeah, I think you'd have to have a whole new end credit scene at that point. 'Cause it
Yeah,
doesn't hit as
'cause-
hard
Isn't that what you just saw in that first movie? Then?
because
I see what you're saying. Well, I think because, like I said, we don't know how Fantastic Four is going to end. So, like, if the ending was like them entering a ship and then it cuts,
Hmm.
that would be crazy. And then watch Thunderbolts, and at the end you see the ship flying by. That would be crazy.
I've seen, and I don't, I haven't put much thought into this, but I've seen people say maybe it's misdirection. Maybe Doom's on that fucking ship. That'd be crazy.
That'd
You
be
remember-
crazy.
That would be wild, yeah.
That would be
shit.
crazy.
That
So
would-
just
yeah, that would
it's
be
just,
crazy.
just something that we see what it looks like, but it's not really that.
Yeah, that's
it could still
Mhm.
be that.
But then
What
again,
is
that
it?
scene is straight out of the movie, right? That's what they said. It's straight out of
That's
the
what they
movie.
say. Yeah,
That's what
That's
I-
And
they
they've
say.
done that twice that we talked about already, and it was literally the same scene. So
Mhm.
we'll see.
It's crazy.
What is a spoiler is them putting the Fantastic Four theme song in the fucking credits. I didn't see that, and it's
Yeah,
it's
see
so
it.
crazy I didn't because me and Andrea were looking at the fucking songs because I tend to
Mm.
do that with most movies.
Me too.
So it's crazy I didn't see the Fantastic Four one, but yeah, that was a spoiler. That was crazy.
For me, it's like one thing that I don't get. Why is it the Thunderbolts that's seeing this? Why or isn't there like the Avengers seeing this or something like that? Why
They
we
are the
getting-
Avengers.
Why are we getting Captain
They are.
America and his crew seeing this? There's
I don't think
there's
he
something
has a crew yet. I mean,
But-
maybe he does already. Like I said,
we
but
still don't know the Shang.
It was
he has
14
to-
months later. He
yeah, I
couldn't
was
have
gonna
a
say
team.
he has to have the crew. Yeah, he has to.
Shang-Chi shit. We don't know what's going on. So like that could be that. We don't know.
Maybe they're
That's-
seeing it too. They have their own technology or whatever.
So that's what I'm saying. It
Because
would've
they
been
have a
cool-
whole base.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see that perspective, not the Thunderbolts, in my opinion. I don't know why we're getting the Thunderbolts looking at outer space shit.
But I feel like you feel that way because unless I'm misremembering, you didn't really care about the team too much, right?
No,
So I
Like,
feel like that
it's
plays
cool.
into it because I was interested in them seeing it.
Yeah, I was interested in seeing it too. I'm on point with that.
What do you mean though? Like you take them serious as the new Avengers, I guess, in a way,
no,
for
like
them to see it.
Well,
no. Wait. Are you saying
because they are joining like whatever that Avengers team is going to be, like whoever's all in it. The Thunderbolts are in it.
Yeah.
Like they're in Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and maybe it could be like bias, but like I do buy them as being Avengers.
Yeah, that's I see that
Mhm.
for sure. That's not. Yeah, I'm good with that. Mhm.
So that's just probably why like I just damn, I mean J-Mac did too. Just enjoyed them being the ones that saw the ship. I get what you're saying though, because Sam's team is going to maybe
It's gonna look like a powerhouse compared to Thunderbolts.
you know
Is that
Yeah.
yeah? Okay.
It's like
So
my
I
thing
get
is
that
like,
point.
okay, at the end of Fantastic Four, this is just hypothetical. We don't know. They come to the MCU. You're telling me the first team they're gonna see is the Thunderbolts team?
they're
Like they're not
laughing,
gonna
no?
see Captain Marvel, maybe.
You're
They're not gonna
bringing out
catch
a
the.
G League team for us.
They're not gonna catch Nick Fury. Like they're catching the Thunderbolts. Like that's where I was at when I saw that. That's why I'm like,
Somebody had mentioned too that it should be Kara, Captain Marvel. That like I think they mentioned that she's looking for people that her friend
exactly,
is
like
is
that
in
would
another
make
universe.
sense.
She knows this. She should be like patrolling, so she should be the first one
yeah,
to see this ship and
exactly.
interact with them. So
She does know that.
I think right. How did
I don't
I
remember
mean,
the end of the Marvels.
by the end of it,
I
we
think
knew she was
so.
trapped in another universe. They knew
No,
that.
she
Yeah, but
is, but I don't know.
yeah, I don't
does
know
Brie,
if
does
Carol
Brie
knew.
Larson remember, like, or she knows that?
Yeah, because remember, she was the one they were communicating about it, and then she was saying how it was another universe, and then she had to close it, and she got trapped inside. She knows,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so that's what I'm saying. Like the Thunderbolts catching that first. If they're the first people they meet, I would be a little upset. I don't see how they're the first ones to meet them.
Well, because the part she flies into a sun or some shit at the end of that movie, right?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember because to the best of your memory, the last thing that she does in that movie is that shit with the portal.
So yeah, I can't picture anything after that. Remember that we've seen this one time. You want to switch?
Because if she's doing that, then I guess she might just catch. She might just catch that shit in orbit.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Exactly what they're saying.
So that could
Like
be
she
cool.
did Iron Man.
Like she senses
yeah,
it.
like she went to catch Iron Man. But yeah, the end credit for Fantastic Four is that shit had that shit got some work.
Yeah, because that's what doesn't make sense now. Because now that you showed that at the end in Thunderbolts, what are you going to show at the end of Fantastic Four? Possibly
Doom.
Galactus
Mhm.
doing something.
If Doom's not in the movie at all, it probably is Doom. Probably RDJ.
Or Galactus. Like I can see him being like, all right, I'm still hungry. Let's go to this other one. And he makes his way over here. Oh shit!
Oh shit! No shit! Right?
Well, there you guys go. John and Cody's thoughts on the Thunderbolts and a little bit of a discussion there. If you guys haven't seen the movie or have seen the movie, definitely leave your thoughts down in the comments below what you guys rated. Cody, since I started with you, I guess. Anything else? Any new?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew about this movie or if you have and you've seen it. Who knows? I watched Magazine Dreams starring Jonathan Majors.
Shit.
Oh, I have heard of that.
Oh,
That's
that was the movie
bodybuilding
that-
Yes.
Yeah.
First things first, I want to explain that the movie, I'm not going to spoil it just in case y'all watch it because I don't know how to watch it. I watched it, my ways. And it was it's the only way to watch it. You have to buy it, I think, on like streaming services. Because I'm gonna give the rating after I say this. The movie it follows the character, Jonathan Major's main character, and his obsession with bodybuilding. And it's because it's not similar, but it is. The way the show or the movie is it's similar to how Jeffrey Dahmer's show was. So like I don't know how to rate this on a scale. So like I'm gonna say like it was good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. I just don't know how to rate it. It's probably like a 9. But he needs to be nominated for an award for this. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
This is the best performance I've seen all year. Damn. I don't know if it's gonna win, but you gotta see it for the performance.
You saw Sinners, right?
Yeah, it was better than that. That's why I said that.
Oh, that's crazy.
This performance was better than Michael B. Jordan's performance in Sinners. That's how good it was.
That is
as far as the movie goes, I think it was a good. I'm not
nah, you tripping.
I don't want to say too much on it because I really want y'all to watch it. That was a fantastic performance, and I hope it puts them back on the map and gets some jobs because it was supposed to drop last year, and they didn't drop it because of the controversy and all that. So I think it's rated highly on Rotten Tomatoes. That performance is crazy. Like it's crazy.
True stories are always tough to rate, man. It's just hard.
Is it? It's a true story?
Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming, right? You said it was like Dahmer, is it not?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's
based
a true
off
story. Like
comparing that shit to Dahmer was crazy.
Yeah, that's
once you watch it, you will understand.
Okay.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I never thought I'd hear some shit like that.
Bruh,
that's right.
Going into it,
I heard that's
I
a
thought
good
it was
show,
just,
though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you?
Dahmer?
Yeah. Just people don't
want
to.
What it was.
They don't want to rate it high because then they seem like psychopaths.
It was some bullshit with a great performance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm saying, like, when you watch this, I don't know if you guys can get the resemblance I got from that, but that's what I got from it. That's the only thing I can compare it to, really. I don't want to spoil too much on it. Like, don't think of him like that's what I'm saying. Don't think of it as Dahmer, but like, I don't know how to explain this without spoiling it. But just watch it. Oh, actually, I could just say this: he's a mentally ill person. Like he has problems. He's just ill. Like he has a problem.
So he's like schizophrenic, bipolar.
No. Well, they say he hears voices, but we don't hear the voices.
I hear voices.
You gotta watch it.
Just
know the performance was incredible. Yes.
Talk to me.
I don't know how to. I don't want to spoil anything, so please watch it.
Orton's on roids.
It gets crazy.
Watch your mouth.
All right.
Well,
Magazine Dreams. Check that one out. Best performance of the year. He's not
So
going to be at the
far,
Oscars. That's just
so
not going to
far.
happen.
That's what I
just
said. Bro, he needs to get nominated. You don't understand, man.
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
A nomination is needed.
He's an idiot.
It's not like this, fool. It's like
It is
this.
like
Bro,
that.
I can't extend, bro. Chill.
You're like a fucking ballerina, bro. Don't do that to my boy.
My boy.
All right.
Watch out, Rico.
Anything else, Cody?
Nah, man. I
Okay.
can't stop thinking about that movie.
Okay. Well, you said a 9. Okay, with the best performance you've seen so far. Okay.
I need a
John.
nomination, man.
Nah, nothing I could remember from the week. That was it.
Okay.
I don't think I
All
did.
right. All right. Jet. Anything new this week?
Yeah, short, sweet, to the point. I watched the #1 movie on Netflix. It's called Territorial. Yeah, Territorial. Movie sucks. Movie's garbage. More Netflix slop. They just
Wow.
pushing them out. Got bored. First 10 minutes, I was like, oh, this plot's kind of dumb. And yeah, didn't even finish the film. So, you know. Andrea called Netflix slop in the beginning, and I was like, oh, come on.
Come on, let's give it a chance.
Give it a chance. Nah, she was right, man. It's,
Okay.
I don't know. It's not, once in a while, Netflix, cooks up a
Yeah,
gem,
yeah.
But for the most part, they pushing them bitches out. And I remember a while ago, Netflix they put out an article that Netflix was going to be doing a whole bunch of movies. I think you guys remember that. They just
yeah.
they said they're going to be, and then I think that article was they pushed out, I think it was Red Notice was like the main thing of that.
Yeah.
Like, we got Red Notice coming and we're gonna have a new movie every fucking month. Yeah, that shit was a horrible fucking idea because there has not been the quality, it's just been the quantity. So yeah, that movie sucked. So there it is.
Anything else?
I don't believe so.
All right. First one I got for you guys here. I've been using that Movie Pass, man. It's been a while since I've been able to use it, so put that thing to good work this week. Until Dawn. I went to go check that one up this
And
last
it
week.
sucked, right?
I've been seeing that. That is this is horrible. Like, what are the video gaming movies? This just was not it, right? I'm not there, but it wasn't like amazing. It was all right. It's an all right movie. They didn't do nothing crazy. They didn't swing for the fences or anything. It was mediocre, I guess. So I think on that
Could you watch
scale,
it nonstop?
no, you can't do that. Like, there's nothing here to give you that value.
There's
for the
nothing here.
for the rewatchability. I'm at a 5, I think, just average. And I know a lot of people are lower than that on it. Like I said, nothing crazy, nothing new. They did like a little time, I guess a time skip is what you can call it. And we saw this in the trailer where they're showing you all the different creatures and the different deaths that they're going through. Well, they just showed us that again because they couldn't remember what happened, but a guy was filming the whole time that they've been in that cabin or that little house. And that's how they experienced. Like, oh shit, look, I got this on my phone. What happened? And then they showed us the montage that was on the trailer. So we really skipped a lot of deaths and stuff. They didn't really go too crazy on that. So the first part of it was cool. It was interesting. Oh shit, what's going to happen here? But then once they get to the house and they die the first time, and then they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, it just kind of lost its mysticism, I guess. So, it is all right. Yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't think it's good or anything like that. Just average. So, Until Dawn, see what you guys think if you guys ever do watch it. And then the next one I got for you on the opposite end of that one, The Accountant 2, starring Matt Damon, John Bernthal. I bought this ticket last night. I rewatched the first one because it's been like a decade. I think it was 2016. I think something like that. So 9 years. So I watched the first one. I remember liking it. I completely forgot John Bernthal was in the first one. That's how long it's been. I was like, oh shit, that's right, he's in here. And then it started coming back to me once I started watching the movie and stuff, and revealed it was his brother. And cool reveal, by the way. Like, you didn't know what was going on, and that's the way you got revealed. Oh shit, that's cool. So yeah, solid movie, pretty good. So I watched this one after watching that one today. I love this movie, man. I absolutely had a blast watching this movie. John Bernthal, Ben Affleck, Daredevil, Punisher. That obviously Daredevil from back in the day.
I was like, what?
Yeah, back in the day. I think they even did like a little news report on that. They talked about their time as Marvel characters. But yeah, them two together, give me more of that, man. That was great chemistry. Had a blast watching them. John Bernthal, I think, I don't know you guys know how I feel about him, but I think he's underrated. I think, unless I'm tripping,
Really?
everybody else has him.
I think everybody loves his acting.
Maybe I'm tripping then, and he gets properly the what is it? Love. He gets the proper amount of love from everybody and shit. To me, the way he shows emotion in his facial expressions, whether it's he's always like pissed, grunting, or whatever. And this one, he has moments where like he sees Ben Affleck as his brother, and they're going through, how he has autism and things like that based off the first one, and he's just trying to connect with him on that level. So there's this feel good aspect to this movie that I really enjoyed and didn't see coming. And they just played really well off of each other. And John Bernthal and his expressions and things like that were just killing it, and he just showed emotion. And I had a blast watching this. The storytelling wasn't like nothing too crazy, but they did try a little aspect that I had never really seen. And this little, I guess, antagonist, not really a bad guy, but bad guy version of the movie, type like that. And the way they did her storytelling, I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, I think I gave this a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. J.K. Simmons, and I forgot he was in the first one too. He comes back out in this one,
Crazy.
And he's in the movie in the beginning and stuff like that. So I had a blast watching this. So I do highly recommend checking out The Accountant too. I think you guys will enjoy it. If nothing else, for John Bernthal and Ben Affleck's performance, I can't. Hopefully they do a 3 and they just together for the whole movie, just like this one was. So pretty cool. And then the last one that I got for you guys before we move to our usuals. Jet mentioned that Andrea was watching this, The White Lotus. Me and Gloria got around to watching it. I am 2 seasons down. First one into the 3rd season. This is a fantastic show, man. It's pretty cool. It's an anthology series, so it's like the first season has nothing to do with the second season to an extent. There's a character that shows up from the first season in this one, which is pretty good. Season 1, I thought was incredible. I thought it was pretty cool. It has those comedic movements because it's a comedy drama, I think is what it's listed as. But it's one of those comedies that's like not really a comedy, right? They have jokes in there and stuff like that, but it's not really like that. But the jokes that they do have is pretty funny. I laugh at them and stuff. But yeah, season 1 was terrific. Season 2 to me, I think was a little bit better. They're both high quality, but I think season 2 was a little bit better. They dived into a little bit more suspense and thriller aspects and things like that. Season 3, I can tell you right now, the way that it opened was completely different from seasons 1 and 2. If you guys haven't seen the show, it's not a spoiler because it literally, that's the first scene you're going to see. They open up with a dead body. They don't show you the dead body because they want to show you what's going on, and it'll cut to like a week earlier. So somebody will find a dead body, and then a week earlier, and that's how the show starts. They did it with season 1, season 2. With this one, they took a different approach to it. There's still a dead body, but they did it a little differently, and I'm excited to see where that goes. So The White Lotus, I've noticed that it's all over Max. I think it's Emmy Awards or award winning, something like that. Yeah. It's pretty good. I think you guys should check that one out. And if Andrea was here, I hope she would endorse it. I don't know how she's feeling about it, but yeah, check out White Lotus on Max. Pretty cool.
Real quick,
yeah.
I watched 3/4 of Mickey 17, and I'm bringing this up because we finished the movie, but I fell asleep. So I missed a good chunk. And it's the last chunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the last chunk that I missed. But from what I saw, obviously the acting is like amazing. It's ridiculous. That fucking monologue that you were talking about, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, he's him. I've been saying it, but Jesus Christ, you like, man.
But are you going to draft him?
Oh yeah, like
really?
First pick.
Like you hyped up that scene in my head, and it exceeded what I thought it was.
Oh shit,
that shit, like he's phenomenal.
Draft his ass and he get these movies at a low ball, man. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Lose.
Yeah, I kind of felt like from obviously before I fell asleep, like I got a gist of like what was gonna happen after that, and I was kind of losing interest a little bit.
Yeah,
because I felt like the movie could have done something like bigger, and I don't know if it's crazy to say that, but it was just like from what they were doing, I was kind of like, okay, all right. But from what I saw, a good movie. Just But yeah, I just want to throw that in there because I probably won't go back to that. So
there you go. Mickey 17. All right, cool. Usuals. Here we go. Let's knock out The Last of Us, episode 3, titled Day 1. Cody?
Yeah. I really like this episode. Don't get me wrong, the show is good, but even though I've never played the game, I say this every time. I felt like this episode we were in the game. Like I felt like we were actually playing this shit. Like that's what it felt like. Because I was watching it with Stevie, and then like he was explaining how like not explaining, but he was saying like, oh, I know where this is. Oh, this happened in the game, and then he was like, oh, I killed everybody here when I was here. So I was like, dang, bro, like because like
That's cool.
when everything was happening, because like they get there, they realize, oh, this is WLF. So like we're here. We finally made it, and like it just like. I was scared for them because before that we saw the scene of the guy like scouting. So I was like, oh man, they're cooked. And then as they keep getting deeper in, I'm like, bro, how are they gonna get out of this? And then in my head, I'm like, y'all played the game. So I was asking like, can they take like 2-3 shots before they go down? But no, they didn't need to take shots. Like the way they did it, it was strategic, and I like how they did it because in my head I was like, there's no way they can make it out of it. There's like 20 niggas in here. How are they gonna survive this? And it made sense. And that's what I liked about it. Like it was cool because I felt like I was actually like in there playing it. So it was dope to see that. I don't know how everybody else feels about it because y'all played the game, but I enjoyed the entire episode. So
Go ahead, Chip.
Man, that is what he said is super unique about feeling like he was in the game, and I get that. Like I don't think I felt that way through any of the episodes before, but this one it just had a certain feel to it. Like I kind of feel like it was directed by somebody else. Like that shit felt kind of special. No, I loved the episode too. There was so many great scenes. I'm just gonna talk about a few. Ellie's guitar scene that was ripped straight out of the game. That shit was amazing.
Stevie said he was sitting there playing that guitar for a minute.
That shit was amazing. And
real quick, I had no idea that was an option because we watched the making of The Last of Us, and the guy said it was an option. And I was like, oh shit, really? Because people actually missed this. Like, there's people that maybe didn't even know this existed. That's kind of crazy because I went up and played the damn guitar and did all that. Hell yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, that scene was amazing. Bella Ramsey, Isabella Merced, both of them. Isabella Merced, like her just sitting there, just like. And like you said, we watched the making of it. Her that being the point that she knew that she loved Ellie. It's like I could tell that like through her facial expressions, like through the like the tears, like the acting was phenomenal in that scene. So there's that. Jeffrey Wright. Jesus Christ! What a phenomenal choice.
Yeah,
for Isaac. That whole scene about him talking about the pans. Oh my God.
Listen, bro. When I was telling him, I said, I couldn't, bro. Like, don't be wrong. We see torture in shows and movies all the time, but like, bro, the burning the hand, and then when you knew he's not gonna give in, he stuck the other hand out. I said, bro, I can't. Yeah. I can't, bro. I don't know how y'all could do that, man. Torture somebody like that. I was like, I could only imagine if he put it on top of his head, bro. Like, it's crazy.
No, that scene in the kitchen was crazy. That scene with the grenade and the truck was crazy,
bro.
I don't know how Josh Peck keeps getting actor roles. I ain't gonna lie to you, but shout out to him.
Shit, Josh
yeah, that was crazy.
Shout out, bro. And then I'm trying to think. I had one more in my head, but I'm fucking blanking. But it was a phenomenal fucking episode. I enjoyed everything about it. Oh. And then just real quick before you go, in the making of The Last of Us, when they said that the people hanging were real, I was stunned.
The fuck?
I noticed it, and then I just didn't think nothing of it until they said it, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're right!" Like, because they zoomed in on the guy with the barbed wire. You know, he was chained up, and then he's hanging and shit. Like, that was kind of crazy. And I was like, "Oh, that is real."
Those are real actors up there.
Wow,
hanging like that.
Yeah.
And what impressed me also was that they were talking about, we built this set, and them talking about they built that train set with all that rubble and shit.
Yeah,
it's just, man.
Oh yeah, Stevie said something when we saw like the pan of the entire like place. He said, "Where's I think he said Ferris wheel." Was that it?
The Ferris wheel is. I think he's mistaken, and that's on another part of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I was confused. I remember the Ferris wheel, but I was trying to think if there was another one. But
no, that's a different part.
There's a Ferris wheel. But, but yeah, man. I mean, there's going to be people that it's not doing this compared to the game. The game did this, but
Mm.
again, I'm saying it for the number of weeks in a row. Like, why do you want a 1-to-1
Yeah.
when you could just go play the game? Like J-Mac said last week, you can go watch the fucking cinematic on fucking YouTube. They have the whole
That's
thing,
what-
the whole 15 hours. You could watch that bitch
Oh,
straight.
shit.
Like, why would you want this to be the same thing? It doesn't serve a purpose. Like, it's dumb. Yeah, this was amazing. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that one. Absolutely love the episode from the way it opened up with Josh Peck. I was like, oh shit! Even his whole storytelling was crazy. I enjoyed the storytelling. Then they cut to Jeffrey Wright, and who was straight out of the game too. It's funny because in the making of, he talks about how Jeffrey Wright was so perfect. He was the right age, the right look, straight from the game. So obviously no brainer. And then he followed it up was as compared to other characters in the game that don't have the right look or the right.
Yeah, that
I was like, oh
Man.
shit! So you guys know then, huh? You guys know, okay? So that was kind of funny for him to say that. But yeah, no, you guys hit everything on the nail, from the scenes to the sets to Cody talking about it felt like the game, because it really did feel like the game. So phenomenal. I did enjoy the scene where she kind of had to make a choice, and it was instinctual, as like they said in the making of. And Ellie put her arm out to save Dina. Like that was she didn't even think about it. She just kind of did that. So I was like, oh shit, that was really cool. Enjoy the episode. I think so. This is the best episode of the season so far. Yeah, I think so. Even outside of Joel's death, like it's crazy. So, fantastic episode. Cannot wait for the rest of the season.
Are you part of the group that the third episode of the first season is the best of the show?
Third episode. Which one was that?
I don't remember that shit.
That's the I'm blanking on the names. That's the two dudes.
Oh no, I'm not. That was a great episode, but no, I'm not. I would say this beats that.
You think this beats that?
I would think this. Yeah, to me, I
You
don't.
had-
I'd have to go.
You had that one number 2.
Not in terms of what comes to my head right now. No, I'd have to actually go look and remember.
That's a good
the
episode?
episodes.
I know people
Yeah.
have that as the best one.
You said
Bro.
third episode of the first season?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
where-
believe so.
It's crazy because that's where I stopped. That was my next
Yeah.
episode.
I might have it.
It's crazy.
Bro, like this episode was so intense, man. Like when they came in the room, that man said, "Nah, I don't care what he said. If we see them, we kill them." Oh my god, bro! And then she was going up the metal stairs. I was like, bro, she's gonna make noise, bro. That episode was crazy, man. And then,
Yeah.
bro, when they were cooked, they were throwing the flares everywhere. And then they started hearing them, and she started counting on her fingers. I said, bro, this shit is crazy. And then they were in the bus, bro. Oh my god,
Yeah.
bro, it was crazy, man. I could just imagine how many people died in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic episode. Yeah, can't wait to see the rest of the season, see where it goes. And I said this last time because I said the look, it just like, and I still have that minor issue, but I am going to disassociate myself from the game and the show, and this is just the way Ellie looks in the show, and that's where I'm at. We're going forward. Like obviously Dina is different looking too in the game, and they kind of casted Isabella Merced to kind of match that. That's what I think, anyways, to match Bella Ramsey. Same with Abby, they casted her just to kind of match, because obviously it would look weird if they were taller, bigger girls to compared to Bella. So, yeah, I'm just like, this is it, and I'm enjoying it. Bella Ramsey's acting has no issues with it. She's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
because I was gonna piggyback off of you. I think she's earned it.
Yeah, she has.
She has killed this role. Yeah, she doesn't look like fucking Ellie.
Yeah.
I've seen fucking TikToks of these girls that are cosplaying that look like fucking Ellie, like a
Yeah, but can they
one
act?
to like it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like y'all, all the comments were like, "You should have been the Ellie in the show. You should have casted Ellie." It's like,
I'm
a
so
dude,
sure.
like that. Just because she
Yeah.
looks like Ellie doesn't mean she can act.
She's
Like
on
you
board.
said, like,
Yeah.
Bella Ramsey is
Oh.
killing this shit. That
yeah.
guitar scene, bro. Like I got chills.
And she knows how to play the
It's
guitar. Like that like they were talking about that in the main of. She already knew how to play the guitar. She just had to learn the song. So fuck yeah. And obviously,
Let's do it.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but Ellie knows how to play the guitar. So we're going to see that obviously later on again. So yeah, fantastic. So just if you guys are on the fence about that and you're just like, damn, I just can't. The game is the game. Ellie looks the way she does in the game, and it works over there. This is the show, and it works over here. Bella's killing it over here. So just think of it through that lens. You know,
The
just go
niggas
through
acting
that.
like Bella Ramsey can't act. Like
Yeah, no, yeah. That's not the issue whatsoever.
do you know who the fuck that is, bro? Like
Bro, that scene where they like,
People
what
are
if we
weird.
run into people that aren't a part of the main group? And they didn't say no word. She said, "I agree." Or what did she say?
Oh
Bro.
yeah. No, she said yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I was like, bro,
What if they're not the wolves that we saw? She didn't say
they
nothing.
killing them all. Get in my way.
No, yeah, fantastic. So let us know what you guys thought about episode 3, titled Day 1, down in the comments below. What did you guys think about it? And then the last usual before we head into final thoughts, the studio, episode 7, casting. This one was hilarious. I had a fun time as I usually do with watching the studio. What'd you think about this one, Jay?
Yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious. I don't know who wrote that. I don't know if it was just Seth Rogen by himself, high as shit. But man, that episode was ridiculous. I'm glad that they went back to the Kool-Aid shit because that is still like one of my favorite episodes of this season. Them going back to that and be like, yeah, we casted Ice Cube as as the Kool-Aid man. It's kind of racist, huh? It's just like, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Ice Cube was like, hell nah, that's not racist. That's racist if you don't cast me. It's like, oh yeah, they were just trying to find a balance, man, of the right casting choices and like, oh damn, we got to cast this because of this, and it was just funny and I had a fun time watching that episode. So, yeah, the studio's killing it right now, and Apple as a whole is just killing it right now with a lot of stuff that they put on their platform. So, yeah, pretty cool. But I think this one has 10 episodes of the studio, 3 left, I think is what it says on IMDb. So see where
You
they
watching
go.
that shit, John?
John, you would like it. This is right up
Both
your
of them
wheelhouse.
would like it. Both of them would like it. That shit's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Guess we are, Cody.
Check out the studio if you guys haven't seen it. Apple TV. Let us know what you guys are thinking about it. But yeah, before we head into final thoughts, man, Movie Pass. That is called Mogul by Movie Pass. There is a beta that is up right now. As far as I could tell, that is international. I'll try to see if there's anything else, but they have a wait list open as well. So that's what I was doing in the background. If you saw me looking down, I was signing up for that, man. I'm in their Discord already. I'm in the beta sign-ups. I put my email and all that, so I am ready to go. Hopefully,
yeah.
you can get all that information. But yeah, like I said, that'll be a staple here on
And
the
you would
channel.
only have to do that, right? Because it would be your league.
Oh, maybe. But I would imagine you would need an account anyways, right?
Yeah,
to log in
true.
and join. So
Fuck.
yeah. Mogul by Movie Pass. Go check that one out. We are gonna be doing that as soon as that drops. Expect
That's
that here
dope
on the
as
channel.
fuck.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, guys, before we head out?
Where the fuck is from?
Damn.
Taking too fucking long, man.
Hey, Silo.
Silo. Want to talk about fucking Apple TV?
Watch Magazine Dreams. Tell me what you think.
I will be watching that on Saturday.
You want the link?
What's
Watch your
the
mouth.
Fucking say that?
Yeah, I don't know where From's at, John. It's taking that time because I feel like that was coming out yearly, right? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
thought so at least.
That wasn't taking too long.
Man, I hadn't heard nothing on like delays.
It could surprise drop at the end of the year for all we fucking know.
Cause fuck, need to know.
Forgot about From.
Hell yeah.
A lot of good shows we're waiting on though. Man, I want to watch Andor so bad, but every time I get there, I'm just like, fuck, I can't hit play. I don't know what's stopping me, but they're dropping that shit in 3s, so they're already
Andor?
on 6.
Oh,
What is that?
It's Star Wars.
Oh yeah. It sounded familiar.
that's a good project to jump on though. If you're not a Star Wars fan, check out Andor.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it doesn't feel like Star Wars.
It's like a news story or what?
Yeah. I mean, it revolves around a character that have appeared in a movie, and they give him his own show and stuff. But it's really good. Like a lot of people are on the belief that this is the best Star Wars.
Yep.
This is the best Star Wars project ever. So,
Holy shit.
so check out Andor. I definitely gotta go rewatch that, or not rewatch, finish it, but start all over because I mean it's been I don't know
A
a
good
year,
while.
2 years since it came out. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
can I give an update?
do it.
It's on a 3-body problem. What the fuck was that called?
Yep.
Yeah, that was it.
That's not gonna be for a good while, Cody.
Bro, that shit's ass anyways, bro. They fucked up.
Yeah. And then the wait's gonna be fucking crazy. It's good news and bad news. The recording
What's the bad news first?
season, it's gonna take our goddamn day. 2028 apparently. season
Jesus.
2.
Yeah.
But
No, I
they're
think he got
recording-
baited.
Yeah,
Those two dickheads are gonna get bored and fuck it up somehow, some way.
yeah. They
Not you, Cody,
Yeah.
Benioff and Weiss.
they're recording season 2 and 3 like back to back.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're like, fuck that. We're ready to jump off already. Let's just record all this shit.
Uh-huh. But that's
It's crazy.
Saw
bro.
that. I said, what the fuck's the point, man? First season was
You might have got baited though.
yeah.
Sydney Sweeney got casted in the live action Split Fiction movie.
yeah.
I don't know if we said that
What?
on here.
I don't think so.
Split
no.
fiction.
The Split
Split
Fiction
Fiction.
movie.
I've been
Oh, okay.
meaning to want to tell you. I might watch that.
Hey, she comes. I didn't mention this on the White Lotus. Cast is amazing. Like they're star studded. Sydney Sweeney was in that first season, and
Oh yeah,
there's just a whole bunch.
Shit.
There's just a whole bunch. I had it all. I should have pulled it.
I'm
out.
in. I'll watch it.
A bunch of different actors that just show up and say, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit." So pretty cool.
Nah,
All right.
I'm not watching that.
There you guys go. Not watching that is crazy. Another episode in the books. We appreciate you guys watching this one. Definitely leave your thoughts on everything that we talked about in the news. Our let's fucking rank who has more aura, and then our what do we watch? Leave your thoughts on all of that down in the comments below. And while you're down there in those comments, go ahead and drop us a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That would be much appreciated. For our audio listeners, go ahead and drop us 5 stars. That too would be much appreciated. If you're an audio listener and haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and hop on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell because why? Because Jet always drops episodes or clips from the episode early over there so that you guys can check them out and get a sneak peek of the entire episode over there on our YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe. But in the meantime, keep it locked here to LFG. We've got you covered on anything and everything in pop culture. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.